everybody, and welcome back. The great city of Tyrun thanks you for your service.
How's it going? Good to see you, yeah.
You briefly close your eyes, and when you open them, there's an exquisite outburst of noise and color. Make sure that people remind themselves that there's plenty of bad to go along with the good. If anybody gets tagged for this, it ain't Annabel. You understand me?
Alright, Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, look, see, I got a little bit of a problem with that, Hawk.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a very intimate episode of Tabletop Notch and the Brunkhollow campaign. Yes, that kind of intimate.
Yeah.
We are.
Anthony's not here. I need to make up for the.
Yeah.
We are short Anthony this evening, and playing the part is Erica in a sparkly cowboy hat.
Just to be clear for the podcast listeners, Erica's not here.
Yeah.
Erica's not here, and neither is Anthony. There's just a dragon in a cowboy hat. But we have gotten our way to Little Hollow, and we are walking in to meet with Warden Origander as we prepare for our voluntary incarceration, we'll call it. So some big things on the horizon, certainly for these three that have been tasked with being prisoners at the camp, given a little bit of past reputation, a little bit of youthful appearance, making it difficult to occupy other posts. But before we dive into that, normally I would throw it over to Anthony, who's going to be doing the... what does he usually do? I don't remember.
It is Sunday night.
Yeah.
That's how Anthony starts it. It is Sunday night. If you're here, we welcome you to the Twitch stream. So happy to have you here. Maybe, however, you are listening to us on Tuesday, which is on the Spotify podcast, or if you are a YouTube subscriber or Patreon member, then you are watching ad-free on YouTube. Very cool. If you are somebody else, then you're watching us on Friday.
Hi,
Happy
somebody
Friday. You're on YouTube. We're so excited to see you. That's our whole schedule. The other thing that we like to do is social media. On those days in between, you can find us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, lots of all the other ones. And then there's also stuff that you can do, which is merch. We love merch. We love merch. Stuff to drink, stuff to bag over there.
I'll grab it when we roll the intro.
Okay, so many things.
Thanks.
Get in there. Birthdays, summer birthdays, people need TTN merch.
Oh, yeah. That's what they need.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to rattle off some birthdays.
I know.
Like, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, America. Happy birthday, Canada. Those are birthdays that happened this week.
There you go. Wow, well done, Deirdre. It's 3 in 1. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Wow. Fast. Take notes, Toots.
If this is your first time viewing the stream, it's so good to have you here. And for the first time live, I can say join the Discord because it's the best place in the whole world. It's freaking fantastic. And you can talk about episodes after tonight, which is going to be crazy. So do that.
You can also support the show on Patreon as well as Spotify for podcasters. I think we're up to like 5 now, which is awesome. So thank you to those people on Spotify that are paying for the bonus content. Appreciate it. For the Patreon, we drop homebrew PDFs, all created by Matthew. Yes, this month was the Coup de Grace Chronicles 2.
I always fuck it up too. Yes, the Coup de Grace Chronicles 2. Some extra spice for your memorable moments in your campaign. Yes, extra spicy if you pick EL Flames as your historian of choice. But yeah, we drop stuff every month. Check it out. Hopefully it's stuff that you can sort of plug and play into any campaign. We try to keep it system agnostic and for all types of campaigns. So check it out. And thanks to those who support.
Thanks, guys. Wow, guys, that was so fast.
That was one other note I will say.
yeah.
Tonight may run a little differently time-wise. There's a couple sort of administrative things this evening. We may be running a slightly shorter stream tonight, but also without a break tonight. So we may try to just plow through and get as much content as we can, because we do need to maybe cut out a little earlier than we would normally cut out. So just for people's awareness. So if you were looking forward to the Brunkhollow Powerball,
you all won.
You all won, and also you'll have to wait a week.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Put your guesses in the chat right now.
Yeah, we will definitely check them. Yes, I just wanted to say that.
No, that was a good call. I had already forgotten, so thank you.
Me too.
Excellent work, everyone. Golden Dagger resubscribed, Rowan TKT resubscribed, Armor Crocodile gave out 2 community subs, Golden Dagger 35 stream streak, Dre Bounty 1,000 bits, Armor Crocodile gifted a sub, Qual Drama 35 stream streak, Baron Samity 15 stream streak, Rowan T 5 stream streak. Oh wait, that name got cut off. Someone resubscribed for 40 months and I can't read the name.
40 months?
Actually,
we don't
is
know
that-
the name?
No, it's like weirdly cut off on the UI. See?
You read part of it?
So weirdly cut
Unless it's crazy characters.
I weirdly cut off.
Lord Lust 3 streak, Terra Favorite 5 streak, you got all. Wolves resubscribed, Mr. Jingleheimer resubscribed, Cool Shaver resubscribed, Pokedoga resubscribed, Ellarisa the Elf resubscribed, Toasted Valkyra 5 streak, Chimmy Pro resubscribed, Nick, I need more energy drink. Next Week Ross resubscribed 5 streak, Hunter from 5 streak, Skywolf Runner resubscribed, Jay to the Izzle resubscribed, Thunder 5 streak, Helljack for 3 streak.
Holy
Yes!
Alright, big
Oh, yeah, no,
cheers.
this
Big
one
cheers to
first.
that.
Cheers, thank you.
Okay, we're gonna do our usual thing. We're gonna throw it over to the recap and then the intro, and I will get my merch during that time. And then we will come back and dive into, I forgot the mug. And then we will dive into chapter 38.
Yay.
We love it.
All right, everybody, we'll see you on the other side. Here we go.
See you then.
Here we go.
Okay.
You see a little mushroom.
Oh. Previously, on Chapter 37, Transition to Contrition. The Tyruns were the first to rise after a night filled with cryptic dreams, and though they had a strong desire to talk things through with TC, they first had to take care of business at Bernard's boarding. There were complications because Bison's goons were still on the lookout for their missing surveyors, but with a bit of well-timed magical assistance from Annabel, they were able to get Peter Moreland safely on a wagon bound from Ely. At the same time, TC returned to the Bluffs to receive new orders from the ill-tempered cleric, who also had a mind to find one of the headless statues before they became public knowledge. After acquiring some smaller trade goods that could be smuggled in through Annabel's contact, it was time to finally report to the prison, and Gideon greeted the party in Little Hollow with news that, because of past associations and youthful appearances, only TC would be taking on the role of a guard for the Red Team. How difficult would it be to gain access to the M enclosure in the Nightingale Ward? And with the lengths he's gone to get it, is the final key really safe from Ramo Klein at the bottom of a lake? Stick around and find out in Chapter 38, Brunkhollow. Oh.
You have the right to recap these events.
Shit. There is a sweet, inviting smell as you step inside.
Oh.
The candles lining the windowsill not just there to provide light, but to exude an aroma of vanilla to mask the many muddy boots, overworked guards, and faint bit of manure from the hitching posts just outside. It's enough to rise above even the stronger notes of leather-bound books that line the shelves of all walls of this room, a sea of paperwork befitting of a place that must always account for its comings and goings to the ruling party of Paran. The general appearance of the lobby reminds you of a smaller version of the Merc Hall. There's bounties and bulletins pinned to the walls, a few posters of wanted criminals that vary in how recently they were issued if the fading of the ink is anything to go by. Currently, the freshest and most prominently displayed is, unsurprisingly, a portrait of Marcel Rowe, his antics at the bridge making him a threat to not only the prison's safety, but to their reputation as well. The number of chairs, desks, and coat hooks by the door indicate an office that might, on a typical day, house a half dozen clinkers, filing dispatches, organizing field reports. But currently there's just the middle-aged man with kind of leathery skin and a broad chin that Illien recognizes as Corliss Oregon. Though he's traded out his drab brown cloak that he used to conceal himself at the Lucky Heathen for a well-fitted gray vest over a kind of silky dark green shirt. Before he stands to greet you, the warden flips face down some kind of diagram or drawing that he was looking at upon your arrival. And he motions to a bench a few feet in front of him that has some little U-shaped metal pieces attached to the floor in front of it that one could slip a chain through if one needed to seat a prisoner there. He's very smartly dressed, and he smiles, but you do get the sense that Corliss is a little fatigued. And that kind of is consistent with what Annabel heard from Erwin about a recent escape attempt and a near riot that needed to be quashed there. So you could tell he's got some things on his mind. He's been dealing with some things here at the prison. He looks a little stretched, a little thin, is his appearance as he sort of rises to kind of meet you there. Mr. Tyrun, thank you for coming.
Of course, happy to be here.
And Ms. Tyrun, pleased to make your acquaintance.
A pleasure.
And you must be Ms. Malay,
How do you do?
for whom Gideon provided a colorful report.
Oh, I have no doubt.
We appreciate you filling in on short notice. Please sit.
Alright.
Take a seat there on the bench. And he's got a desk between you, but he kind of pulls the chair so that there's space between you. He's not kind of sitting formally across the desk. Crosses one leg over the other. We have two faces now absent from the originally assembled group, including Miss Ishtig, who the young Deputy Tempest spoke so highly of during the sea spawn attack at the bridge. Unfortunate, but not insurmountable. Adaptation will be the name of the game in the coming days. Now, we've certainly had our fill of surprises lately. If you haven't already heard, you will soon. There was another escape attempt recently. This time, unsuccessful, trying to break out of the Eagle Ward. Tensions are very high at the Eagle Ward right now, so we will be avoiding that ward entirely for the time being. I assume that Gideon has intercepted Mr. Welker, so you must already know that the rest of you will be entered into Fort Contrition as convicted felons.
Right.
Youth and some recognition argue against the three of you occupying any kind of official post. I hope that makes sense to you.
Indeed.
There was some talk of staff positions, working in the kitchen or in maintenance, and that door is not fully closed. Prisoners are sometimes engaged to assist in these jobs. But with people on edge and the public knowledge that Perron is squeezing our funding, new hirings would be met with some degree of suspicion. Scrutiny. Let me tell you a little bit about how I see this working, and then I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Huh?
Great.
Sure.
Now, when we finish here, I will leave, and I will send in a pair of officers that will be under the impression that you are turning yourselves in for past crimes. With a desire to live free without looking over your shoulder, or perhaps to put an end to your families being hassled by law enforcement back home, you wish to serve your time here, Fort Contrition. This is not unprecedented. Many prisoners have transferred here voluntarily to work in the mines in exchange for a reduced sentence. Your supposed crimes I will leave to you, but they should be something serious enough to desire a reduction in sentence, but not so serious that you would be locked up for life or placed in some kind of special holding. Some suggestions that lie within that middle ground include grave robbing, arson, serial vandalism, armed burglary, incitement of a riot. No killing, no kidnapping, no crimes against the church. And I'm sure it doesn't need to be said, but no magic. Huh?
Great, so saying that I drunkenly said some bad words about our good man Cormac, the High Reverend, off the table.
I think you will find that crimes of those natures will bring you undue attention from the guards as a whole.
All right.
Better to pick something that we see more often. Wouldn't think twice about.
Sure.
Now, any possessions that you've brought here with you today will be placed in holding. You will be provided with an outfit, and then you will be assigned to one of the wards. Now, as I mentioned before, the Eagle Ward is locked down, and the Nightingale Ward is mostly for higher level offenders, so most likely you'll end up in one of the other three. The Sparrow and the Wren Wards currently have the most openings, so I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up in one of those two.
Do they represent something? Does every ward represent a type of thing?
Other than the Nightingale Ward, no. Simply a matter of when prisoners come and go, and when there is availability in the cells.
I see.
What makes the Nightingale Ward so special?
Well, the Nightingale Ward is where we house some of the more serious offenders.
Are there extra protections over there?
There are indeed. We have extra rotations of guards, some additional security measures, more checkpoints before you get to the cells themselves. In addition to that, none of the prisoners housed in the Nightingale Ward are approved for work outside of the prison. No mining, no labor camps, nothing of the sort.
You ain't worried about corruption in the Nightingale Ward?
I have my worries about corruption in the Nightingale Ward, but one thing at a time. We are hopefully just taking the first steps toward weeding out some of the bad seeds. Mr. Welker, who is posing as a guard, I am hoping perhaps, under his guise of employment, can move through the Nightingale Ward a little easier than a new prisoner.
Makes sense to me.
Speaking of our friend, the new security officer,
Yes?
will we ever be able to get in touch with him? I would imagine getting a piece of information delivered to you would come easier coming from him.
It will be difficult to get word to me regardless, but yes, currently the plan is for him to be posted in the same ward that you end up in. Now, that doesn't mean that he's going to be coming by every few minutes, but you will cross paths, most certainly, yes.
So you don't expect us to send every bit of information that we get somehow up the chain, just take a good understanding, and after a couple days we'll tell you everything we know?
That's correct. We will not be in constant communication.
All right.
I will let you live inside the prison, and come the morning after next, we will meet and we will speak on what you've learned.
All right. Morning after next.
That's correct.
Will the Tyruns be going in with their name? I think that's a bad idea. Personally,
Really?
I do.
There are some concerns that come with using the name. However, the unfortunate opposite end of that is that they might be recognizable to some. So if you come in with a fake name and people know who you really are, then they know you're a liar to begin with. It is not unlikely or unreasonable, if you don't mind me saying so, that someone of the Tyrun name would find themselves in a jail cell.
No, that's true.
Spot on, Warden.
So, not suspicious for them to be here, is what I'm saying.
I see. All right.
I do believe it's the first time that a Tyrun is actively working with a warden, though. That's a cool chip on our shoulder.
If you say so, then that must be true. The nature of your crimes and a request for sentence reduction means that after you're shown to your cell, you will be placed very quickly into a labor detachment. Now, it's early enough in the day that you may actually even be sent out this afternoon, somewhere to a mine or some kind of quarry. This is actually probably a good thing. You can get acquainted with other prisoners in your detachment, and as long as you can handle your work, you'll have more freedom to speak with others than you would sitting in your cell. From that point forward, your instincts are your guide. Make friends, avoid putting yourselves in a compromising position. Once again, I am primarily seeking information regarding corruption and misconduct amongst my employees. Smuggling, exchanges of favors, compromised guards. If you learn anything about the whereabouts of Mr. Marcel Rowe, and he sort of gestures to the poster on the wall over there, or how he organized his escape, that is of tremendous value to me as well. Now, it may be obvious, but I will say there is a limit to your protections as part of the Red Team. And defending yourselves or engaging in bribery as a means to sniff out malfeasance falls within acceptable boundaries. Excessively violent behavior, attacking guards, or, gods forbid, assisting in any kind of escape attempt, certainly does not fall within those boundaries. Let's not do anything that would extend your stay.
Sure.
Come the morning after tomorrow, as I said, I will see to it that we will have occasion to meet again. At that time, we discuss what progress has been made, and whether there's reason to extend the duration of your service for an additional fee, of course.
Very well.
The one thing that's been itching the back of my mind, Warden,
This?
I'm more than happy, obviously, now that we're here to do this job for you, but marching into a prison, this could just be a great scheme to get some Tyruns or people that are running amok forever inside the prison, and it's just an easy way to look at it. Is there something that you can promise me now or show me now, or that can ease my mind a little bit about this whole situation?
What is it you seek, Mr. Tyrun?
I don't know.
I have no shortage of prisoners. I have no need to entrap one.
Right. I don't know, I was hoping maybe I could just have your word now at a favor in the future or something. Just to, if everything goes well, then we come out even on the other end.
If it is my word you desire, it's my word you have.
Wonderful.
I believe I also mentioned at our previous meeting that I might be able to provide some kind of pass or writ to access clinker-run bridges and throughways in the Downweald.
Right.
I am willing to honor that as well.
Perfect. Well, if we're going to prison forever, at least, I don't know. We got the word of a warden saying that we're good. I don't know.
My brother likes seeing the sunny side of things.
It is not lost on me that here in this room, we are coming to an agreement that is most unusual. I normally would not entrust a task like this to a group that I do not know so well, nor would a group like this trust a man like me with their freedom. It goes both ways, and that's the only way this works. Trust that I care much more about rooting out corruption in my prison than I do about adding another prisoner to my roster.
I respect that.
And Gideon vouched for us, right?
He did, yes.
Question. Speaking of, I'm sure he told you about those poltergeists that we ran into.
I have heard about the incident in Brunkhollow, yes.
Any word about the fella that owns the place?
We're looking into it. If it eases your mind, he's already here in Little Hollow.
The man.
To have a word with us, yes. Not as a prisoner. Not yet, anyway.
All right. Well, we better come up with some sentences.
Any other questions before I leave you?
Something else is just this recent riot attempt and escape.
Yes?
You said it was in the Eagle Ward, but what way were they intending to escape? If something we should keep an eye out on is...
There is a building over on the eastern end of the yard that is used for laundry, washing, drying, hanging. Some prisoners cleverly pried up a few of the floorboards and tried to tunnel their way out, but they were caught before they got far enough to reach the wall.
And this wasn't the same way Marcel broke out.
No, Marcel was out in the downwheels. They were taking prisoners across the bridge on their way to a work site, and it seemed that there was an ambush already in place when they got there.
Right. All right, that's all I need.
Very well. I believe it is time then to have you admit it. If you could please empty your pockets and place any weapons on this desk here. I will have to administer some shackles, and then I will take my leave so that you may be processed. Huh?
Great.
I'm gonna plop my dagger
Yeah,
on
dagger
a pile of daggers.
He doesn't look surprised. I mean, he's not surprised that you at least took something with you from town and stuff. He takes them kind of one at a time, and it's not like a chest with a lid, but he has like a little bin that he sort of places them into, and then back onto the floor.
If you would all please line up with one of these loops here on the floor where you're seated, and I will thread the shackles through.
Real quickly, while you're doing that,
Goes over.
I do worry with a big wing full of dangerous people. How do you stop, prisoners who are arcane users from just blasting spells out windows with their eyeballs?
If there was someone capable of such a thing, they would be in the Nightingale Ward, and their hands, mouth, and eyes would not be free to do such a thing.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, certainly.
There are those who bully others in Fort Contrition, but it's usually of a physical nature, not a magical one.
Right.
Hands in your lap, please.
And as you sort of sit there, he goes one at a time and sort of
I hate
puts
this.
the pins in, and then the other, so you're at the wrists, and then there's one that goes down, and that one that goes down, he then loops through the little loop on the floor there.
I don't know, I've always kind of been curious.
This doesn't go on my permanent record or anything that I still have eluded anything, right? I hope not.
If you're worried about your permanent record now, Illien, I've got some bad news for you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sort of tightens them all, not like uncomfortably so, but just to make sure they're fixed there to the floor.
The great city of Piran thanks you for your service. Good luck. See you in a couple days.
Cheers,
Thank you,
Warden.
Mr. Warden.
Walks over to the door, opens it up, and he kind of takes one last look in just to see the crew that he's kind of assembled here. Steps out. The door closes. The three of you are left here, sort of anchored to the bench and the floor.
This is the worst part, I'm sure of it.
Never been tied up before, Illien?
No, I pride myself on it.
You're missing out.
This is a regular thing for you then?
No, not a regular thing.
But you like it.
Sure.
Okay. When
Oh, I see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
the lion that we went and got after.
Slips her hands out. And then,
That's not canon. I'm sorry.
No.
I was thirsty.
Uncanny, your ability
You
to
don't have to
find and break
manage black
thin air. I'm kidding.
Sorcerer. What were we talking about?
Getting
Oh, I
tired.
was
Okay,
just,
bondage.
Yeah,
bondage,
yeah.
No, that lion that we went and fleeced, remember? A while ago, that giant, golden mane lion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that roar shook me to my core. But I
Yeah.
honestly feel more anxious just sitting here in these chains than I did then.
Illien, you're kind of a mess right now.
I don't like it. This is not great.
I mean, you volunteered to do this.
I know. They don't keep us chained up within the prison. Once we're there, we'll
Probably.
be fine. Yeah.
Probably in certain situations, Ill.
No.
Just picture the beautiful weapons you're going to buy with all of this money that the warden's going to hand over to you.
A nice thumper.
A what?
A thumper. The Crenshaw Stumpers. I'm sure
What?
I've told you about this.
Oh, yeah, sure,
Crenshaw
yeah. You
Stumpers.
mentioned it.
Big.
Oh,
hammers.
yeah, I heard of them.
It's a giant hammer.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Okay.
Doxley shrugs at Annabel.
Alright. I guess if that's your thing. Guys,
Yeah.
I know you don't know me, but I haven't asked a lot of questions about some of the things going on. I'm gonna need you to have my back. If you haven't noticed, I am teeny tiny, and getting into fights ain't really my thing. My thing is not getting hit, running away, shooting people with sharp weapons, hitting them with magic. All those things not available to me. So, you know, don't let me get grappled, babe.
All right. Well,
Like my favorite song from back home. Don't grapple me, babe.
Grapple me, babe. Don't tread on me. Don't grapple me, babe.
well, it's not a long shot saying that we haven't known each other for long. So when we're in the prison, let's make an example that we are a new budding friendship, and that way, if anyone poses a threat to you, we would have means to be like, "Hey, back off of Annabel."
Great. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully, we're all in the same ward. Otherwise, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, all right. I'll figure it out if we're not in the same ward, but
Yeah. You're pretty smart, too. I feel like, you'll find a clever way to inflict some true pain.
thank you.
You're welcome.
That's so insightful of you.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so where are we saying that we did?
Oh, just casual mugging all throughout Paran, and then one day I happened to mug someone who was a cousin of an important member in the security clientele and the guardsmen, and and they put me and I.
Yeah, let's iron this one out.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah, let's come up with your story for
Well,
sure.
I think the first part was good, the mugging,
Sure.
and someone important getting mugged would make me be like, all right, I got to turn myself in. Someone related to someone important, but not church apparently.
All right. I was gonna say, just so you can hear my example
Yeah,
story, that
please.
I was involved in an armed robbery. My partner turned on me. I'm turning myself in.
What did you steal?
Bunch of gold, baby.
Cool.
Is there the name of somebody who's not affiliated with the church but is like a high nobleman of Paran? Like, do those exist?
Yeah, I mean there are definitely. I mean they're not as the official titles are usually reserved for the sort of theocratic government.
Yeah.
But I mean like something specific. Like there are noblemen and women of Paran.
Yeah, okay, cool. I got it. Okay.
We should try to fling our story in a way that, like, we're being the better people doing this thing, because I don't want people in the prison that happen to know us being like, oh, wow, they guess they're losing their touch. They got caught up in all this. We were the ones who brought ourselves to this, right?
Why don't you just say something that, lessens it because they're going after your mom and dad, so you're sacrificing yourself or something?
They wouldn't get close to mom and dad that easy. But maybe someone in the outer ring of things.
You think
Keep things,
you're falling on your sword for someone else in the Gorionon?
Yeah, just for a couple days. That actually sounds pretty good. Thanks for helping me come up with that.
Happy to help.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
Do you think we did something together, or I'm doing one thing and you're doing something?
I think it would be a great coincidence if you and I were just admitted here for two different things.
Yeah.
I think so too. I
Yeah,
think
that's
one
true.
story might be the simplest for the two of y'all.
But yeah,
So we're
it's-
both falling on the sword.
So I'm honestly thinking it's more of just we're reducing our sentence because we did something so fucked that not even mom and dad could pay their way out of it.
What?
Because
What would you do that was
that's
so
happened
fucked?
before. What?
What would you do that was so fucked?
That's why I was thinking about maybe getting into a physical altercation with somebody who's actually quite influential in town that isn't affiliated with the church. Somebody
like
who's
an
got
assault.
a personal vendetta against us.
What? Okay.
Would I know any big names in Paran?
I mean, you've heard of again, the church people are the most famous,
Sure.
like High Revenant, the votaries and stuff. But they're all at least loosely affiliated with the church. not the names of. You're looking for someone.
Somebody like wealthy that might have beef with the Tyruns. That.
Yeah, give me a history check.
Ooh. Tell me something I don't know.
Oh, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, certainly you're aware that the Tyruns have beef with all kinds of people throughout Paran, but there isn't one you can pinpoint that sort of rings
I've got
the
it.
bell.
Yeah.
I've got it.
All right, lay it on me.
All right, you and I tried to do a job outside of the Goryonon. We got fucked. We got caught smuggling something, maybe through carriages, not through the parts. We got caught, and Mum and Dad aren't gonna bail us out of it to teach us a lesson.
I love all of that, except can 2 other people have gotten caught and fucked up, and we were the heroes that took the blame.
Why do you want to be a hero in this made-up scenario, Illien?
Because
You're
I
already
don't
a
want-
fucking hero in real life.
You heard we had relatives in there. I don't want them to be like, oh wow, Illien, you fucking blew something. I want.
Is your pride so great you can't swallow it for this story?
I just.
To make it more plausible?
I wouldn't.
Why-
I wouldn't fuck up like
All right,
that.
I've got it, Ill. I did it.
I don't
by
know,
my-
baby.
I
We
did
took
it.
a long time getting somebody on a wagon this morning.
That's true. I did it by myself. You didn't want me to go to prison by myself, unprotected. So you came with me to protect your big sister.
You okay with that?
I don't give a shit, Illien.
Cool. I like it.
Wow.
Turning
this
ourselves
is
in.
enlightening.
Look, it took so long to get someone on a wagon because if we were roughing people up, then it might have been easier, but not in.
Oh yeah,
everything going
roughing
on.
people up wasn't at the top of my list.
Well, I know, but that's how we used to do it back home.
Ah,
So without that, it's a little trickier.
right.
I think we've got it.
Yeah, that's good.
All right,
that's
that's a
stuff.
good plan.
Another minute kind of passes there with you guys just sort of fiddling with the chains a little bit, the cold steel against your skin. You look around the room. Again, you see this sort of pretty innocuous but interesting sort of display of all the wanted posters and things on the walls, imports and exports coming in and out, all these sort of, a lot of business conducted through Little Hollow comes through here. This has a lot of the records and things. Well,
The paper that he flipped over, I have
Yeah.
it. Can I mage hand it and bring it to my lap real fast?
yeah, does that require any?
It doesn't require any physical. Let me check.
Okay.
Let me check.
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
check.
double check.
Wow.
I think it's just a verbal and somatic. Yes, there's no material component to
All
it.
right, I'm gonna give a quick look around, and you.
Grab it. I want to just read it.
What the fuck is that?
It's me, babe.
Oh, Jesus.
What does it say?
You flip the page over, and it doesn't say anything, but it looks like it's a blueprint of maybe a building here in Little Hollow. And it looks like maybe a blueprint of like a floor plan of one of the wards. It's not labeled of which one it is exactly, but there's like a number of squares. You can see cells that are sort of denoted, a lot of sort of squares that are sort of built in this sort of circular pattern that spiral upward that you can see it has 6 different floors that are denoted here. So yeah, it's like he was looking at like a floor plan of one of the
Can I stick it in my corset?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
how about
mage
that?
hand it in my. No, it's all right.
It's a nifty little tool you've got there.
Yeah.
I thought you said they were all illusions, like the spiky ball.
No, just that's an illusion. There are other things that are real.
Do you ever use it along with any of these?
She gestures to the handcuffs.
What a question to ask me.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah.
Okay.
You hear the doorknob turn. The door opens once more and 2 more people enter. There's a dwarven woman with sort of tightly braided hair and a half-elven man with a groomed but graying full beard. And the way they look around the otherwise empty office tells you that the situation is a little unorthodox. They do dutifully kind of remove their helmets, put their spears into a rack that's over by the southern wall, and then they kind of curiously, slowly approach the 3 of you here seated at the bench. And one of them, the half-elven man, sort of sits at that desk that he pulls the chair that Corliss was sitting in, sort of behind the desk, and then sits down. Good afternoon. I'm Officer Draven. This is Officer Granger. Now, we've been made to understand that you are turning yourselves in of your own accord. Is that correct?
Had to
You
be
got it.
done.
All right. Sorry if you've been waiting long. It's extremely rare that we're asked to vacate the FCI offices, but apparently there was a mold problem. It's now been seen to.
Ah.
I see.
And the dwarven woman kind of leans over a little bit, looks you in the faces. Could we get your full names and a brief description of the accusations levied against you? And she takes out like a piece of parchment, dips the ink. We'll start with you.
Sure, I'm Annabel Malay, and I've been accused of participating in a small armed robbery in Vancor. I had a partner who has... I allegedly had a partner named Jack who has put the heat on, so I am turning myself in.
All right. Now you said your crimes were in Vancor.
Yep.
So what brought you to be under the eye of Piran?
I'm here in... Jack escaped to Piran, and I escaped with him, and so Vancor sent a notice over there.
All right. And you, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to take this one, sister? Oh, Illien Tyrun, though. I can give you that.
You can see as you say that, there's like just a brief exchange of glances between the two seated there. Like the name sounded familiar to them. She writes it down.
And our story is kind of tied, but...
Doxley Tyrun, smuggling in Piran, not for the Goreonan was the real crime.
Okay. I'll just try smuggling.
Whatever floats your boat.
She looks back towards the half-elven man seated. All right, give me 1 second. Takes out a couple books from his desk there. Flips through them. And he had been looking at a couple pieces of paper too as you were talking to the dwarven woman. And he sort of flips through some pages that look like they're folded, like tri-folded, like they maybe were in an envelope at one point. Tyrun and Malay. I don't have anything listed in our records under those names. Nothing in the Piran reports either. That's not to worry. We're always a couple weeks behind on their filing. Anyway, these charges must have been brought fairly recently, is that correct?
Yeah,
it
to
must
my
have been,
knowledge.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for doing the right thing. We're authorized to accept your request to be housed here at Fort Contrition on a temporary basis until the warden can review your case. Now, self-submission and acceptance of labor assignments typically bodes well for the reduction of non-violent sentences. And at this, the dwarven woman kind of leans in. Provided you're any fucking help out there, can you swing a pickaxe?
If I must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sort of gives you a little raised eyebrow. She kind of looks at you, leans back. Now I can see you've already relinquished your weapons and personal effects, so Officer Granger here is going to take you over to the Wren Ward to be outfitted and detained. You won't have your clothes, but they will be kept so you can collect them when you're done.
All right.
Now, as per Piran law, you are also permitted one piece of written correspondence to be sent and delivered at the prison's expense. Inform family or friends or what have you. Would any of you like to exercise that privilege?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
All right. I'll leave this to Officer Granger here. He sort of gets up out of his seat, has the book. He looks like he's taking a couple notes down. Granger gets
Do I see that look that Doxley gives Illien?
Not subtle about it.
Great.
She takes a couple pieces of parchment out, dips the quill once more. Is Malay?
Right to Gabriel Hockney in Vancor.
Thank. Yes?
Tell him I've finally gotten out of those old beds.
And already rolling her fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll reduce everything soon. Big hugs, Annabel.
Big hugs.
Big hugs, yeah.
Big hugs. Alright. Sir?
Yeah. Send this, I'm not familiar, but I believe in Brunkhollow there's a hotel, right?
It's called the Paramount.
Send it there as someone I would like to get word to. Just say, that dwarf you ran into she was right. See if we can meet up in the near future. Talk soon, Wood Elf. I hope that's good enough for him.
You don't want to address this letter to no one?
Honestly, I don't really know.
Why don't you
his
send
name.
it to Clemens? He'll get it handled for you.
Yeah.
He's the
To the
proprietor
front
of
deskman. All I know of this man is a Wood Elf, and that he was looking for me a couple weeks ago. And that he might be staying there.
Fine. I'll address it to the Paramount.
Great.
Lemons. Anything?
I'll save you the ink. No.
Fine. Put those away. Let them dry a little bit. All right, we're gonna transfer you over to the Ren Ward. It's got the most openings at this time. So, let's head on over whenever you're ready. Ms. Granger's gonna take you, and I'm gonna see to the rest of your paperwork here.
Great. As far as the Ren ward goes, where does it rank among your favorite ward? Is it one of the better ones?
I'd say somewhere in the top 5.
Cool. I'll take that.
There's 4 wards, Illien.
Oh, there's 5.
There is 5 wards.
There's 4 and 1 small one.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's 4 and 1.
Sorry,
Alright.
it was a half-elf woman and a dwarf man? Flipped.
Dwarven woman, half-elf man, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Granger.
the dwarven woman is Officer Granger, and the half-elf man is Officer Draven, D-R-A-V-E-N. Draven.
Cool. Cool.
All right.
All right.
Officer Granger. She comes up. Come on. She takes out the pins there. And now, she's still on the wrists. She takes the pin out of the one on the floor, and then there was our dangling on the floor 2 other cuffs, and she fits those around your ankles. So you're able to walk, but like long strides would get caught. Like it has a maximum distance. So it's to prevent people from, running, basically. So
Right.
she takes it off of the pin on the floor. Gets one on the legs, goes to Illien, and to Doxley. Okay. She motions towards the door.
wonderful.
Great.
After you, Miss Belay.
Malay.
Malay. Got it.
Fucking joking.
Officer Granger leads the way back outside. And with the shackles fitted tightly around both your wrists and your ankles, it's rather cumbersome to maneuver. It's a little heavy. You trip a couple times ever so slightly, just trying to stretch your legs out a little farther than it allows. It's your first taste of what will surely be many discomforts and inconveniences as you play your part here in the coming days. Moving at a pace just fast enough to force you to kind of awkwardly shuffle to keep up, the dwarven woman ushers you back to that 3-way split in the road that you saw when you first arrived here in Little Hollow. And this time she pivots and takes the middle path, where you took the left one before to get to the FCI offices. The rows and rows of these little modest homes and inconspicuous buildings, they all kind of part neatly down the center so that you can see the prison walls and the western gate up ahead of you. The 5 wards rising up behind them. It looks like the hand of an undead creature kind of reaching up through the top layer of soil to signal the cursed return to the land of the living. The people that you pass by as you walk are sometimes uniformed, sometimes not. Some people are off duty or just going about their business. But everyone shoots you a glance on the way by. When a new arrival kind of comes, everybody just wants to get a look. So you see a lot of people sort of going about their business, just give a glance, go back to their business. Some people kind of moving carts will look up as they go by. Everybody just little eyes on you all the way through.
As we go through to at least 75% of the people. How's it going? Good to see you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, how are you?
Afternoon.
Yeah.
You see, as you look by, there's a mixture of both kind of curiosity and a little disdain in their eyes. People sort of, maybe an assumption of the worst. This is a group of people here that live in Little Hollow that some cities have sent some of the worst of their worst here to Fort Contrition. And so as a sort of byproduct of that, there is an unease about that sort of prisoner and outsider dynamic here. When you approach the gate, there's a standing guard, and they see Officer Granger kind of coming, and as he does, he signals to 2 other people who begin to turn a large sort of horizontal winch that, as they rotate it, it lifts one of the narrow portcullises and allows entry to pass through.
Wow.
They nod to your escort, and she nods back. And as you're moving past that guard that sort of signaled to the others, you're passing kind of right in front of him, he kind of shakes his head and he leans in and sneers. Welcome to Fort Contrition. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Takes a step back. And as you step through the portcullis, you hear behind you the... hear it land on the ground behind. There's a brief moment of kind of darkness as you walk through a very short tunnel. And then the brightness hits you in full force as you step into the prison yard, now within the walls themselves. It's this expansive, leveled out enclosure that has a few areas sectioned off with some fences, but it's otherwise very, very open. And it's done that way to ensure that many of the posted sentries that you can see moving along the walls or up on balconies on some of the wards, they have a very clear line of sight. If anything, if some kind of physical dispute were to break out, or if someone were to make a run for it, there are so few places where you could hide or duck behind that someone wouldn't see you somewhere around the yard here. And you can see why Marcel chose to sort of concoct his plan outside of the prison, that just you exponentially increase the chance that you have somewhere to hide or duck behind if you're not sort of making your escape here at Fort Contrition. And it also, as you look around, you can't believe that someone attempted to sort of break out of this place. Like, for as many guards as you see posted and as many sort of people as you see wandering around, it's unbelievably difficult to do so without being seen by someone or without some sort of help on the inside. It's that kind of thing that comes to mind as you think about the mission ahead of you, that maybe those people that did attempt to escape maybe had some help on the inside or paid somebody to look the other way, and it's those kinds of people that you have your nose to the ground for, trying to suss those people out. The primary wards have something like 500 feet between them, so there's like ward, big open space, another ward, big open space, another ward. It leaves ample space for observing anybody coming in or out. And there's also there's areas that you can see are designated for some time-passing activities. Like any prison, there's a lot of time that goes by where you're simply doing nothing. You see kind of a lackluster garden with a few people kind of clipping some hedges that seem to be sort of passing their time as best they can. There's a barren field where one might engage in some kind of recreational sport. If you're one of the lucky ones with those kinds of privileges, there's some sort of small circular net on one end of it there that looks like it could be that kind of game. And as if designed to tell you not to get too comfortable, there's also a gallows erected near the center of the yard that has 3 nooses sort of swinging very gently in the breeze. Nobody in them, but just sort of the nooses there and the sort of wooden platform right in the center of the yard. Officer Granger takes a hard left after passing through the tunnel, and it looks like she's leading you to the westernmost ward, presumably the Wren ward, as you've heard it called. Judging by the windows and the balconies, you count 6 stories. It's a massive structure, and it's a testament to how rich with resources the Downweald must have been theorized to be by the explorers that sort of passed through it, because they bet on the future by committing to this enormous construction project. This must have been tremendously expensive for Perron to sort of foot the bill for this place. As purely a visual aid, I'd like you to throw...
Aww.
Go ahead and throw your...
So cool.
Is freaking
Guys, we're
awesome.
heading west.
Can't
We're
wait.
heading west.
I'll get it on here.
Up here.
Right, that the Wren
Whoa.
was like for West Eagle East.
Yeah,
Stuff like
yeah,
that.
the letter of the bird.
Oh,
So there are 4. This is just one of them. There are 4 of these, and then one slightly smaller one. That southwest ward.
Oh, I'm never gonna be able to break Haskell out of here.
And as far as you can tell, they all look very similar on the outside. Like if you look over to the Nightingale ward, that's supposedly where some of the more serious criminals are housed, it looks very much the same, at least from the outside. So each of them have this sort of little checkpoint entryway area. And then they have sort of about 5 to 6 stories per ward that go all the way up. Very little in the way of kind of windows. It's kind of this dark brick building all the way around.
Wow.
So cool.
What a unit of a building.
So you guys are sort of approaching this first set of doors here.
Let's go to jail, motherfuckers. I can't wait.
Not jail. Prison.
Prison. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Before you reach the building itself, you see that small exterior space acting as another checkpoint for guards to inspect people and property that are scheduled to gain entry, that little area there that I showed you. Just ahead of you, someone is bringing in a few carts that look to be filled with fresh hay, maybe for horses or maybe for replacing some of the dingier mattresses here in the ward. And a portly man with sunburnt skin, he's standing off to the side, he's got his arms crossed. And while he's watching as 2 uniformed officers are in the backs of his little wagons there, and they're just searching through the straw for any signs of contraband or something coming in that shouldn't be. They're lifting up piles of straw, they have it kind of stuck in their hair, they put stuff down. And at one point he sort of motions to the other guard, then you have the okay, and the other one sort of searching through the other wagon. So you can see at least some people being sort of very thorough here with their inspections as they enter into this ward. 2 more guards approach as you step into the courtyard. And Officer Granger, with a sort of practiced nonchalance, gestures to the 3 of you. More delinquents in a long line of lawbreakers to be delivered to their doorstep. New arrivals? We'll take it from here. Granger nods. I assume you already been through the FCI offices on this? Lewis is filling the papers as we speak. Records showed you lot with the most openings, so they're gonna be yours to keep. Yeah, we had some space ever since the Gnaws swept through a few weeks ago. Still jump anytime I hear squeak, but situation seems more or less cleared out at this point. Bring them on in.
Sorry, the what?
The Gnaws. Give me a nature check. All of you.
The Gnaws.
Bring it.
Wow. A whopping 3.
12.
12? It's enough to remember. The Gnaws is like a colloquial phrase for some kind of disease. You can't recall the exact name of it, but it sounds like they had like a disease come through. Maybe from lack of cleanliness or some kind of infestation or something. So referring to some kind of disease that swept through.
Cool. Love that.
All right, step on up, yo. Let's get you dressed, and we'll find you a nice box to call home. Yeah?
All right.
All right, one at a time. Come on.
Okay.
We'll step forward. As you step forward, you can feel the crunching of that blueprint sort of against your chest there.
Oh.
And he leads you. For Annabel, as you're being led off toward where you will change into your approved attire, there's this kind of pang of distress that hits you all of a sudden. It takes you by surprise a little bit. You know that you're right where you want to be, right where you need to be, and yet as they're asking you to kind of hand over some of the few things that you personally own, your clothes, you're filled with that kind of familiar dread of someone telling you what you can't have, telling you where you don't belong, telling you where you're not allowed to be. As you prepare to voluntarily give up some of the autonomy that you were only just starting to get comfortable with, you think back to a day not that long ago when you were presented with the opportunity to seize a little bit of self-determination. When you were given a chance to become a part of something a little bigger than yourself, and what it felt like to have someone impressed by your performance, someone who was proud even. You briefly close your eyes as you step into this sort of lightly enclosed little, it doesn't even have a door, but sort of you duck under an overhang and into this little area where you can see a number of these sort of very beige off-white uniforms that you've seen a number of the prisoners wearing. You briefly close your eyes, and when you open them, there's an exquisite outburst of noise and color. The stagnancy and the dreariness of the Renward courtyard is replaced by crisp, high-altitude air, by laughter, by reverie. From the alleyway that you're tucked into, you look out along the streets and you see throngs of people gathering in the vicinity of a small house of prayer, standing tall and proud with a backdrop of clear skies. You recognize it. It's the Church of Divine Mirth. It's located in the town of Saugus, just south of Vancouver. One at a time, or sometimes in pairs, people are ascending the steps to receive a blessing from one of the priests standing at the threshold of the door. A process that involves people coming up and the priest will dip his thumb into some kind of bowl and smears like a colored pigment horizontally across the forehead. And everyone seems to receive a color at random. There's all these bowls sort of laid out, so people will come up, they'll sort of pick one randomly across the forehead, put that one down, another person comes up, another smear across the forehead. Everyone seems to receive these colors, and when the volunteers disperse back into the crowd, you look out at all the faces, and with all the different colors on their forehead, all these embellishments, it creates this little rainbow that further brightens this already kind of sprightly atmosphere, adds color to the sort of drab brick of the church and the streets lining here. And as you're looking out, listening to the laughter and some of the music that's playing here at a celebration of some kind that's not totally familiar to you, but here at this church here of Divine Mirth. Annabel, focus now. You feel a hand on your shoulder and you turn to see 3 others crouched by a small hand cart that's covered in a thick piece of linen so that you can't see what's underneath it. The 3 people are a lean tiefling with these kind of short, sharp horns, a muscly halfling whose reddish mullet has been slicked back with some kind of oil, and finally, a human man in his late 30s with a kind of anchor-style beard, and these kind but also very intense eyes. They're sort of round, large eyes, but he doesn't blink very often, so they give off a kind of intensity, even though at a glance they would look rather friendly and inviting. It's Gabriel Hockney, or as most people call him, just Hawk. Now you see, these tins, and he takes the linen off the cart, and there's a number of, about the size of like a paint can, basically, a number of these sort of metallic tins. And as he motions to those, he then motions to a couple points throughout the streets. Sort of a lamppost, a little arch overhang, a little spire up on the church. And you see these tins that he has next to you are almost identical to ones that are hanging at various parts throughout the street here. Now, these tins are just like the ones you see hanging around the square. But instead of being filled with candles like they are, these are filled with black paint. And a teeny bit of alchemist's fire in the bottom to just make them pop when we need them to. Now, church says the colors they bestow are part of a celebration of all the things that God's provide. Everything under the sun. Beauty, majesty, miracles. But we know the truth. We do. We know the truth that the only things that they really provide is darkness. Smothering, suffocating darkness. And we're going to remind them of that. Now, the 3 of you are going to go around and you're going to replace the candle tins with these here paint tins. He taps them. And then when the sun is going down, and normally they go around to light their candles, you're going to hear a bunch of pops, and we're going to paint the streets black. Remind them what this day is really about. And yeah, I know, it's a little bit out in the open, but that's what makes it fun. Now, if you get spotted or chased by the city watch, you lead him down into an alley, and you hit him with one of these. He reaches into his pocket. He takes out a few vials. He's got probably 8 or 9 of them. They're very small little vials. These are low-dose, dry poison. They ain't gonna hurt nobody. You soften them up a bit with a smack on the head, and then you let the poison do its work.
knock them out for an hour or more. No deaths on our hands. Not today. That ain't what this is about. Yeah?
Yeah.
Takes those vials and he starts to distribute them. And we are going to be playing the part of
Flesh bake.
who would like to be Suggs Buskin,
You did not.
the halfling, the stout halfling
You did
Suggs
not.
Buskin.
What would you like to be? I'll give you first dibs.
Who's the other one?
And then we have the wiry tiefling Baxter Tacky and Suggs Buskin.
Baxter would be better.
The tiefling Baxter Tacky. A little roguish.
Yeah.
Once again,
That's
similar
some
to
real
how-
Dick Whispers energy, Matt.
Suggs Buskin. Similar to Mildred, who joined us on the Switchback Rapids. We have a couple sidekick characters
Hell
as per
yeah.
the,
Oops, sorry.
as per the Tasha's Cauldron rules. So we're gonna have you playing the part of some NPCs of Annabelle's past here. So you have just a few skills at your disposal that are useful at various points. Like Annabelle, which probably is no secret at this point, aspiring Thieves Guild prospective members who are interested in, like Annabelle, proving themselves to Gabriel Hockney, who's sort of a larger figure, without revealing too much, but an important figure in the Vancor and Sagas Thieves Guild.
Amazing.
You'll be playing those two characters. So he takes those vials of drow poison, and he distributes them 3 to each of you. So you each have 3 vials of drow poison. Now they're not guaranteed to work, and one makes a saving throw, so you might have to use more than one on the same person, obviously. So, and like he said, if you were to have someone sort of be chasing you, to lead them somewhere out of sight of the general public and sort of give them a smack and hit them with the poison. So you do have weapons at your disposal as well, but as he cautioned in terms of no fatalities, but you have some things to defend yourselves if need be, if the need arises there.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay.
It doesn't have a save DC. Are we gonna discover that later?
What doesn't?
Mine does.
Oh, mine doesn't have a.
Those are for your. That's not for the poison.
Oh,
save
okay.
DC. That's a per.
Got it.
You're talking about the drow poison. I believe it's 13.
Okay.
Let me double check. Yeah, 13 Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
and then they're poisoned for 1 hour, during which they are unconscious if they fail it by enough. There.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go ahead and make this day a little less bright, a little less cheerful. Make sure that people remind themselves that there's plenty of bad to go along with the good. Maybe even more bad than good. All right?
All right.
All right.
I'll find you, and I'll meet you, and we'll take a little trip up to the rooftops so that when the evening rolls around, we can watch the display at work.
All right. Thanks, Hawk.
As you Annabelle sort of turns to look at the locations of some of the tins that are hanging around, and there's 5 or 6 of them that are around this sort of crowded square. Hawk pulls the two of you a little closer and a little just away from Annabelle and talks very, very quietly.
If anybody gets tagged for this, it ain't Annabelle. You understand me?
All right, Hawk. Yeah.
Yeah, look, see, I got a little bit of a problem with that Hawk.
No problems.
She's a kid, Hawk.
Annabelle doesn't get caught. Yeah?
Look. We'll handle it, and no one will get caught, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, all right, Baxter, yeah. Sure, Hawk.
Good luck, kid.
And he kind of, with a sort of whoosh of his cloak, sort of disappears down the opposite.
Fucking cool.
I'm going to bring up a map. However, I'm going to go back on my word here. We are going to take a brief break while TaleSpire is being a little funky. So as I reboot that and set it up, we'll just take our break and I'll make sure that the map's ready. So
I'll play the break video until we're good to go. So we'll have at least the Brunkhollow power.
I lied. Those who stuck around, rewarded.
There were
Those
a bunch
other
of people who
guesses.
just left. They were like, I'm not fucking watching the stream. time I'm here for
No
Brunkhollow.
owlbear derby. I'm fucking out of here.
So yeah, we'll take a break. It'd probably be the full amount, just because the timer runs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll make sure that TaleSpire is running
GM,
correctly.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple things.
All right,
And then we'll dive back in, and we'll get a little taste of Annabel's past.
Ooh, let's go. All right, enjoy the Powerball. Get your Powerball numbers in.
Get in there.
Get them. Go.
Follow, subscribe, like, then comment. In that order, follow, subscribe, like, then comment.
In that order.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for indulging us with some technical difficulties that led to a unexpected break. We're back. We're going to be diving into a little bit of Annabel's history in Vancouver / Sagas. But before we do, did you want to?
Yeah, I would love to. Armor Crocodile gifted a sub. Lord Captain Jables resubscribed. Armor Crocodile gifted another sub. Words of a Mute resubscribed. Coyote Squire 5 stream streak. Kern 20 stream streak. Armor Crocodile another sub. Sabelski resubscribed. Tech Zool resubscribed. And then 49 Plague Doctor 5 stream streak.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, Doxley's gonna miss these, man. She's gonna miss them so hard.
One might be able to acquire
Oh, thank God.
liquor in them
Because that would
for the right price. Let's go ahead and throw our monitors on if they are not.
All right.
Let's go.
And you'll see why there might have been some hiccups with TaleSpire. So first of all, what we're looking at here is you guys
Oh my
tucked
God, look at
into
us.
the alleyway there.
So cool.
So this was the little alley, and Hawk vanished off in that direction. In addition, we are going to see. Oops, if this syncs, please.
Come on, Tales. You can do
It's
it.
actually not.
Oh, is it your keyboard?
Yep. Hold. Enjoy this lovely view.
It is. Oh,
Of the
there are
alleys.
these barrels
Hey, there we
and the
go.
hills.
Okay, so what we are seeing is a very large crowd gathered outside
God.
of the Church of Divine Mirth here in Saugus. So this is the staircase with the priest there, those adorning people with their marks. What I've tried to do, for sake of clarity, is you guys have green bases on your minis there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are some guards dispersed throughout the square that have red bases that are the most important. And then, townsfolk just have the standard gray-brown base.
Yeah.
So hopefully that should make it a little easier to distinguish who is who. You can see there's two guards there on the steps. There's like another guard there over at the cemetery. So there's a number of bases that I've tried to make a little clearer. In addition to that, we have a number of quest marker exclamation points. Those are where the candle tins are hanging. So there's one here on this pillar. There's another one that's over here on this sort of archway.
Yeah.
There's one that's here on the little rooftop there. There is one on the roof of the church itself.
I love it.
One in this tree that's sort of presumably hanging off the branches of this tree here. And then one over by the little sort of wishing well here that's over here.
So
Oh, there's one by this statue as well. So,
Right.
the objective is to get sort of as many as you possibly can. Here's a very zoomed out look, so we can all take a look at the
Wow. What a town
God.
square.
of Saugus here.
Saugus is a nice little suburb.
Yeah, it's a good little place. In addition, some other things of note, and Annabel would know this, having been in these streets. There's like an alleyway over here if you need to run your way into, some privacy. There's one over there. There's the one that you guys are kind of coming from over here. So there's some little nooks and crannies that you could duck behind. There's a sort of a lower level over here, like you could duck behind this wall if you needed to get out of sight of sort of people in general or a guard that was pursuing you.
I just want to jump into this map and run around.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So that is what you guys are seeing. You're sort of peering out of of this little corner out at the square. There, you can even look over Annabelle's shoulder. there.
Aw.
So,
Oh, that's such a cool view. Wow.
That's awesome.
So, Hawk has disappeared, leaving the three of you here to chart your course toward these. And the cans are, they're sizable, but they're not, you couldn't carry them all at once, but you could, put it under your coat. Like, you're not just walking around,
Oh, okay.
obviously, with, a paint can there under your arm.
Okay. So how many? It looks like there was.
I think there was six
Six?
total. Yeah.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total, and not necessarily all of them, but as many as you can possibly get is
Alright.
obviously preferable.
I want to go on top of that shirt.
So you can.
Miss Annabelle, you can just if you start slow, and if you take one, we'll take the
We'll
other.
take the other 5.
The other, yeah. It's really no big deal.
I am happy to do my fair share. Let's all do it together. Come on.
All right.
Okay.
So, what's the plan? We're gonna go for the ones that are gonna get the most people covered in black stuff?
Well, I think the church ought to be a priority.
I like that.
And I don't know. Should we split up and each try to do something?
I think so. I think I might take one of the more scarce places. Get those quick ones out.
All right.
Where would you like to make it?
I see you climbing up onto that roof there, little one.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll head over to the roof of the
Annabelle
church.
starts to make her way through, and again, the sort of crowded streets. You're watching people go by. A number of people sort of smile. People have drinks in their hands. As long as you're sort of just moving along, you've got a thing kind of under your jacket there. Off to your left, you see that guard that's standing there. Give him a little peek, and
Yeah, I'm looking
Enjoy.
jovial and happy, just sort of hurrying through.
yep, scoot through the crowd here. So as she's scooting sort of in the direction of the church, where do you guys want to go?
I'm gonna head south to that alley that you pointed out.
Like over here?
Yeah, over that way. Yeah.
Okay. Let's bring. You got the halfling, or no, you're the tiefling.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Tiefling there.
All right, Mr. Buskin. I'll see. Good luck out there.
I love you, I can't.
Guys sort of split.
Okay.
I've already forgotten the name of your character. Baxter is moving through. Oh no, wait. You wanted to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. Pass behind that guard there. He's sort of standing watch over the square there. Hears some footsteps behind. Looks over his shoulder.
Doing like a wow, beautiful architecture. Keep walking.
Okay, you get to this sort of little back.
I'll duck into that alley.
Alright, you do so. Where are you headed, Suggs?
All right, I want to get the most people as possible. So where are we going here?
So besides the one that's sort of hanging up on the church that's sort of most centrally
Yes.
located, there's one in a tree here.
Yeah.
There's one sort of here at this with this little overhang, and there's also one. This is like a main throughway through here, so that's another good one there.
All right, we're gonna go up and climb up on that tree, and I can keep a closer eye on that young one over there. I say to myself.
I love the inner
monologue.
The inner monologue becomes the outer monologue.
Yeah, exactly.
As you're doing that, Annabelle's moving through. As you get you get up to this area where you can kind of go into this sort of plaza here that has people going up to get the sort of coloring on the pigment on their forehead, or you can sort of approach from a different angle. Where would you like to approach the church from? There's a number of spots where there's this kind of vinery growing that might be climbable.
Yeah.
There's also some trees there. What
I
would
think
you
I'd like to go as if I'm going towards the line of people that are getting blessed, and then just kind of tuck back into those trees. if
Okay,
possible.
great. So you sort of moving through the crowd here. A couple people that have the pigment sort of look to you. I got green. Sort of moving back.
Yeah, I'm trying to look like I'm trying to find like the end of the line, sort of.
Sure. As you
wiggling
sort of
back.
move to this area where there's a couple people kind of waiting in line here for their turn, this guard just sort of turns off to the left there, and you can hop in anywhere you like.
Great. I will do that.
Okay.
And
Sort of watches you get in, and then he turns back.
and then I'm gonna
the
try to
guy.
duck.
Great, give me a stealth
once his
check.
back is turned. I might use a different dice. Ooh, nice. That is 19.
19. You take that opportunity to hop over that little fence there, and with another person kind of coming up, when one person's going up the stairs, there's sort of a little, yay, a little cheer as everyone in the square, and you use that noise to hop, and that guard sort of turns back. It's back towards the crowd, so you're kind of in this back little area here, weaving between the trees.
Great. Is there anywhere where I can, like, I see the vines here, but, like, if somebody looks, I don't want to necessarily be seen. I want to sort of, like, it looks like in those windows, I can sort of use the vine to sort of crawl up and have a little bit of cover from, like, the street.
You might be able to scamper up those. Those look pretty sturdy. There's also there's this tree here, and if you wedged yourself sort of in that gap, maybe, you could sort of scoot
that
up.
might have a little more cover. I think I want to do that.
Sure. Give me a athletics check with advantage because of the sturdiness of the tree.
Great.
As that's going on, we're going to swing over to Baxter. Where are you looking to go there?
Find a way to get up onto the roofs.
Okay.
If I can scale some of the bricks, or if
Yeah,
there's
give me a
like, some
perception
windows.
check.
Let's go with. Okay, perception is going to be 13.
13, okay. And what was the athletics with advantage?
Even with my -2, it was still a 16.
Excellent. 16.
Wow, well done.
Great. You're able to spot a couple sort of beams that jut out that are sort of just below the windowsills that are. You could grab onto them fairly easily and get yourself up there.
I will do so.
Give me an athletics check.
All right. Okay, it's on my lower. Oh! That one.
That one. As you go halfway up,
Poor
you
Baxter.
lose a grip of that sill. You fall.
Ugh.
Oh! And you can't help but let out a little noise. And you can hear some.
Oh no.
I'm gonna crawl out of the alley. Oh. Oh.
You're gonna come out like visibly.
Yeah. Oh, I think the roadway's a little banged up. I tripped all over myself. Oh,
Are you all right there, sir?
Yeah, you might want to get the flooring looked at. I tripped over something. I brushed my elbow.
I don't look at the floor. I am a city guard.
I will then get out
Take
of
it
your...
to the town hall.
I will get out of your sight. All right. Have a good one, sir.
A good one.
and I will walk back toward the central square.
Give me a deception check with advantage.
Oh my god.
Oh man, okay. It's gonna be a 12.
12, okay. He sort of goes back. Your story seemed a little thin, but he goes back toward his post. He's got more important things to do at this particular moment there. We're gonna swing around to the tree. So there's a lot of people around here, but here's you sort of in the general bushes and things.
I love it.
So little.
Okay, and then are there any guards like in and around that tree?
Not that tree. The closest ones, actually, you look over to your left, and one guard that you passed by sort of disappeared out of sight. That one went over in the direction of Suggs there. The other closest guards are really the ones kind of at the church, or the one that you passed by here at the corner, who's kind of looking out at the square, but not necessarily up at the...
Okay. I'm gonna try climbing the tree.
Great.
This always goes well.
Give me,
an
give me an athletics check.
Okay. 9.
9. You do start to climb the tree. It's not difficult. However, the branches are like...
Shut up, you stupid branches. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth.
And a couple of the people that are sort of, were mainly focused on the ceremony that's going on, sort of turn, see some of the leaves kind of falling down.
Do they see me?
Not exactly at this moment. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, fuck. Whatever. What is going on?
Oh no.
7.
Hey!
Hey, I'm trying to get a better view. Trying to get a better view of things. Shh.
Give me a deception check.
Oh my god! 8! These are all things I'm proficient in!
Go get the god.
No, you stupid fucking
Here's someone...
shit, you stupid bitch.
Oh my
Stupid
god.
bitch.
Oh my god.
This guard is fast. Oh,
No, that's one of the things we're going up there. So as that's happening, you probably have an opportunity here. Someone knows you're up there, but...
Okay, can I... So is this thing high enough where if I'm on the roof...
I can still reach the can, or like where is the can?
It's like right where I have you. It's like hanging off of the tree here. So
Okay.
it's like on the tree branches right here.
I'm gonna try to be a little speedy about it.
Okay.
Can I? Like, how is it attached? What's attached?
Yeah, it's got like a little wooden rod and then a string and then a hanging sort of tin there. It's like divides into 3 parts, so it holds the tin from 3 points on the tin.
Okay, cool. So hopefully it's in like bunny ears and I can just easily untie.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Nice.
I got this. You got this.
It's a little better. Sleight of hand 9.
9, okay.
I'm fucking you gold right now.
One of the strings kind of gets loose and it like swings a little bit. And that takes a little bit of time to gather it. You're able to get it loose, but by this time, these two are kind of returning across the courtyard here.
Okay.
Okay, this is all simultaneous, so we're gonna swing back and forth a little bit. Annabelle, you get 16, you said? You're able to wedge yourself up, great.
And this is why Annabelle is part of the main story.
Hawk's watching from a distance, he's like, these two? No fucking way.
Not in.
So you're kind of here, you're more concealed than it looks
Right.
here. But as soon as you kind of start walking across the rooftop, it's going to be a little tricky.
Yeah. How far away is how heavy is the can?
Not very heavy. I
Great.
mean, it's, it feels like a liquid inside the tin, but it's not terribly heavy.
Great. And how far away is the lantern from that?
It's basically on this little spire,
So.
and you are about 30-ish feet, we'll say 30, 35
Okay,
feet.
I will scoot a little closer so I'm under 30 feet from it.
Sure.
And I'm gonna mage hand the guy there. I'm gonna grab it off and bring it back and then give my mage hand the actual thing.
Okay.
And put the new guy on
It's
there.
like, what, how much is the weight?
Less than 10 pounds.
Okay, yeah, it
10
weighs-
pounds and under.
It weighs less than
it can
10
take.
pounds, yeah. Yeah, it's not like a totally filled to the brim.
Yeah, but I have to be within 30 feet and it can't carry more than 10 pounds.
Great, both of those are doable. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, not great.
man.
But I got a big plus on that, so that is a 13.
13, okay. So you make the appear, and you quickly sort of grab at the strings, catch it, and then pull it back to you. Given that it's a little out in the open, you see some heads turn. It's obvious that nobody kind of saw what happened, but these people that are just near the corner just watched sort of the tin disappear. And you see some people just looking up. You have the feeling that it might be risky to mage hand it back, to have the one in your possession to mage hand it back. So you might have to do
but
that.
I got eyes up there?
Some people just kind of looking, kind of trying to block out the sun a little bit. You could be kind of opportunistic,
Okay.
or just try and be quick about it.
I'll
Both are
scamper
options.
and put the new one on there.
Great. Are you trying your best to sort of not be seen, which is tough, or to just do it quickly and accept the fact that you might be seen?
Just do it quickly.
Great. Give me an acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer. And we're going to swing
Acrobatics.
also around to Baxter. Where are you going,
All right.
Baxter? Discarded, headed back here.
Yeah, as I get back to the square, I'm gonna look up toward that tree because that's where I was headed.
This one here.
No, the tree that has the quest marker on it when I get back to the square. 'Cause
Oh, sure.
I was headed up there through the other side.
Yep.
And do I see Suggs over there?
Yes.
Oh, I see Suggs. You're trying to keep me to my own game. Okay, well then I'm not a doormat. I'm gonna run past where the tree is to the next quest marker. Yeah, see if
Like around the corner here.
Yeah. Beat me to the next one, will ya? No, you won't. No, you won't.
Oh my god.
Headed to the next one.
Big, you golden.
Did I leave you with a roll, or what was I?
No,
Okay.
I had 1 string dangling and 2 attached.
Great, so you can replace it right now. Where did I put them? The guard and the other. Where did they go? Oh God, they're so cute. The one that was like coming back after being there. It is. These
Yeah, they were
two
close to
that
the fountain, I
yeah,
think.
these two that were being notified are kind of working their way around. And at this point, he's sort of the commoner, the villagers, sort of pointing up, and you can see the guy. Hey! He's sort of yelling up there.
You can spot me.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of moving around. You sort of look to the right. You might be able to, like, jump off onto the roof there or try to talk your way out of it or book it or...
Okay, okay, yeah. I'm gonna look down.
Oh, come on, Buster. Where's your divine spirit? Come on, this is a day of giving and thanks. Let me just get a better view of everything.
Get down from there! Come on!
Wow, church really knows how to have a good time. I'm gonna come down.
Are you gonna try and swap them before you do that?
No, but can I reattach the one so that it's like, is it visibly dangling, like not looking?
It's like swaying a little bit. It's not visibly like falling off yet.
Oh, okay, then never. Yeah, I'm just gonna come down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work your way down.
Oh, really?
We just got started.
All right.
Work your way down to the bottom. Hey, don't climb the trees or nothing.
I was trying to get a better view.
Yeah, I know what you were trying to do. Just get a view from down here.
Do you see how short I am?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I can't see anything.
I do not want to be cleaning up bodies during this festival when you fall out of the tree.
You think I'm gonna fall out of the tree? What am I, an idiot?
I've seen people fall out of the tree.
Oh. Sorry. All right.
Be on your way. And I'm watching you.
I'm gonna turn and did I see?
As you turn away, you can hear the guy that went to like flag the guard. He's like, "You should have arrested him." I'm not gonna arrest him for climbing a tree.
Oh my god.
Yes, what were you saying? Sorry.
Did I spot? Okay, two things. Did I spot Annabel getting attention like from the court, where people are getting little paint stuff?
Sure. I'll say you maybe caught
Just to
the
see if
outside
she
of that.
needs
Yeah.
like help or anything.
Yeah, I mean, what was your acrobatics check?
It was a natural 20.
Natural 20. I mean, I will say during this, because you just know where she went, walks over, attaches the new tin, and which way would you like to go after that? You see a couple faces looking up at you, but also what's helping the situation is the tin looks exactly the same. So at first people sort of think you're tampering with it, but then they see the tin like go back to hanging, and they're sort of confused as to what you're doing because you're not obviously doing anything sort of
I'd like
nefarious.
to go down the very back of the church, like
Okay.
run back the roof
Get rid of this.
and go.
Your acrobatics helping you. You're at a really steep angle here on the church, but you maintain a kind of keeping your weight off to the left and your hand up so you can sort of shimmy across. You get up to the sort of crossbar of the church here, and you kind of disappear kind of onto the back side here.
Yeah, just out of view of everybody, and then sort of make my way to the quest marker that's over. I'm not sure what direction that is.
So there's one that was over
Yeah,
here.
this one over
yeah, there's
there
one like
is
on the
my next
overhang.
sort of
Great.
target.
Give me as you skitter around to the back side of the church, give me a stealth check with advantage given the natural 20, because you were able to do that very quickly as
Nice.
you sort of went out and grabbed it.
Okay, with advantage, that is a 25.
25, great. As you move across the rooftops, a couple people, is there someone on the roof? And then you go around the backside and you hear a couple people sort of, I don't know, I don't see him. All right. And you hear them kind of
Nice.
back in the opposite direction.
Well done.
So you're on the backside there, plotting your next course. We'll go back to Baxter here. Where are you headed next? There's one hanging on this statue here. There's one over on this little pillar by the fountain.
Or
Or
go to
the
the statue one.
Great.
Um,
So you get up to the statue here. You give a look up. The statue has like its arms outstretched, and the lantern's like hanging off of one of those, so you can see that.
I see.
And there's a couple of people just kind of, most of the people have their attention kind of on the fountain. There's a couple of people that look to be like throwing coins, like copper coins into the water there, making some wishes here for the festival. So there's very little attention on the statue itself at this moment.
Okay. I'm gonna find an opportune moment to duck behind that wall where the statue is.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
They're all
They're all pretty bad.
doing us dirty.
Okay, stealth, that's gonna be 17.
Okay, great. As this guy kind of walks up, he'd been waiting his turn. You see him sort of shake the coin in his hand, whisper a little something that you can't totally make out, and throws it in. And there's like a little bit of clapping and cheering as if he sort of made his wish, and you use that moment to
Duck behind.
Yep, and you're kind of behind the wall here.
I'm gonna get the paint can out,
That's the
and I'm gonna, when I get a chance to.
Where did you go there? There you are.
Hey, there
That
we
was
go.
a good stealth.
That was really good. So stealthy.
Okay. Yes.
When I get a chance to, I'm gonna. If I look on the other side, is there like it's more of a climb? Okay, I'm gonna try to jump to put the replica can up there, like up on the corner,
Okay.
and then on the next jump. All right, quick and easy, quick and easy. Here we go. I'm gonna jump up and then just try to reach for the threads swap in and go for it.
Great. Give me an acrobatics or athletics, whichever you're.
Oh, well, do acrobatics, please.
It's a little more acrobatics anyway.
Okay.
Nice.
That's gonna be a 26.
26. So all these people that are standing around the well, like they're focused on the water itself. But if someone was looking in the background, what they see is like. And then the thing kind of swings back and forth a little bit.
Yes.
And you disappear back into the brush there. That's another successful one
All
there.
right, lads, how'd you like that, Suggs? How'd you like that, Annabelle? That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Let's swing over to Suggs here. Where are you headed next?
Okay, I'm gonna follow Baxter.
Okay. Through the streets there.
Mm-hmm. Was there another exclamation point on this side of the map?
Yes, there was one over on this pillar here by the fountain.
Okay, cool.
A little
Yeah,
more
yeah,
out
yeah.
in the open, but
Yeah, I feel like Baxter's gonna be heading in that direction, so I'm gonna wait to like waylay him.
okay.
Yeah, but like closer to the bridge, I hope. Actually, can I just walk up to him? Like, is there enough time for that?
Go up to Baxter?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as he sort of hops the fence there and returns to the square, you see him kind of hop and then sort of nonchalantly rejoin the. And yeah, the two of you can.
Hey, yeah, you got one?
Oh, yeah, and I saw you trying to take the one that I was gonna get in the tree, so...
Yeah, you know what? I decided I'm doing more of like a supervitorial sort of position here, so I'm gonna be watching you and Annabelle, making sure you're doing okay.
Did Hawk approve this, or...
Yeah, I sent a memo.
What does that mean? Okay.
So I think if we do this one together, this next one,
Okay.
over across the fountain, yeah,
Okay,
I got you back.
well, if Hawk said so, what do you say, supervisor? Should I just go for it, or...
Well, you go for it, and then I'll intervene if anything goes amiss.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
You can take a look at. You sort of start to observe the area, so it's kind of hanging out. That.
Yeah.
As you're thinking about that, we'll swap over to Annabelle. So you've kind of come down to the other, and there's way less people back here. Most of the people are out front for sort of the festivities, but there is a guard that's sort of just keeping watch of this general area that leads to a different part of the town there. So you're kind of up here. There's some vines around the back that are pretty easy to climb down.
Yeah, I'll
if you
do the
use.
vines around the back, I think.
And go around here.
And
Sort of
yeah, just attempting not to get seen by that guard.
Great.
So
Give me a stealth check with advantage as you come down the vines. There's not really that many people back here.
Trying to keep pretty low.
Mhm.
That is a 21.
Great.
Wow.
Quickly. And at the end of the last part of the vine, you just let yourself kind of slide. Okay, you're on the back side of the church there,
Great.
using the shadows here to move through.
Just creeping my way around. I want to get over to the, like, behind the guard, basically. And
Like over
see-
here.
Yeah, I want to be like, can I climb on top of this little roof structure here?
Yeah, I mean this is like, but yeah, that's a pretty
But like,
easy.
and then
I have
and
no
then
idea.
sort of run that fence quick and get up on top of this like archway.
Yes, that's doable.
It'll be pretty out in the open though, huh?
Once you can pretty easily kind of get up here, but yeah, you kind of need to make a little running jump to get to the archway there. That's
And it's hanging just so I like have.
Yeah, so the
it's
quest marker
hanging
is kinda-
on that.
it's
side
hanging
of it.
in the center there,
In
like
the
hanging
center.
down. Yeah, like yeah. And the thing doesn't get. Oops, the thing doesn't get low enough. Oh god.
Don't break
it's-
TaleSpire.
it's- Yeah, I know.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Oh god,
Did
it's
that say
gone.
2 million.
Wait, did it really?
It's out of here.
Holy
no.
shit!
But it's
not
right
there.
there.
It's
It's
right
right.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, how many feet is it from me? I'm gonna keep mage handing if I can.
Okay, it's about 30 feet from this spot here.
Great. Then I would like to just mage hand it.
Okay. Give me a, if you're trying to kind of do it quickly, give me a sleight of hand check as you try to pull as quickly as you can.
Oops. Sorry, I fucked up. I rolled it with 2, but I shouldn't have bothered.
Yep, just right
Okay.
there, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Mhm.
That is 18 plus 6.
Okay.
24.
24. Thank
As
you.
soon as the guard hears some like footsteps behind him, like someone else, like it's not this person, but like another commoner, like approaching from this angle, and you hear that you see the guard sort of turn just to see who it is, and the two of them exchange sort of a friendly hello, and you use that moment to quickly pull and now there's just kind of a dangling string there where there's nothing there.
Great.
And the two of them are having a conversation.
I'm gonna attempt to put it back The new one.
The new one, great.
Yes.
Put it into
Same
the mage hand.
with mage
And as this is going on, that guy that's right underneath the arch, he sort of heard something, and he's sort of slow-mo turning up.
I'm gonna minor illusion sound of a big cheer in the center of the square.
Great, you do so, and
That's
you see him
sick.
start to look up, and what was that? Wait, what I missed? He starts to-
Yep. And
Oh,
then
man.
I'm gonna mage hand again and hang it back up there.
Nice.
And by the time the guard's
Nice
done
job.
talking to this guy,
And I'm gonna slide off the roof a little bit and be like,
Yeah.
all right.
tucked back there, we're gonna pivot back over to the other side.
Quick question for you, Matt.
Yes.
Can these things get wet? Cans.
Yeah, I mean, the exterior of it can get wet.
It can't do a full plunge, can it?
So the idea is that these tins that have a metal lid, and when they're to be lit, which normally would be a candle, you pry the lid off and then light it. So yes, if it's not submerged for too long,
Okay.
it will float too. It's not gonna sink.
Okay.
There's enough air in the tin.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna try it. Okay.
Okay.
What's your fucking Baxter, follow my lead. And I'm gonna hop over the little fence to get near the entrance of the fountain. God damn.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
Like over here, the entrance?
No.
Oh,
like,
just within the ropes?
Yeah, within
okay,
the
great.
ropes.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, look, she's mine. I told you, she likes me more, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Push me. And can I, like, fly up in a way where I can grab it and take it into the fountain with me?
Yes, give me a deception check, both of you.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Oh my god, guys.
Okay, deception, please. 22!
Your powers combined is a 13 between the two of you.
Oh my
so
God.
you sort of flail
Wow,
your
wow, wow,
arms,
wow.
and you're trying to grab onto the
Yeah,
thing there.
yep.
Great, you grab on, and of course it buckles under your weight. The string snaps,
Uh-huh.
and you go flying back.
Great.
I'm afraid if I drop you in the water, where do you go? Oh no, okay.
Where do you
I wasn't sure if you were just
forever?
gonna fall through the earth there. Great. You
Okay.
splash in there, and that causes a bit of a scene. A number of people kind of come over. What's that on about? Stop that! Come on!
The floors in this town are crazy.
It's a festival day. Knock it off! A couple of people kind of shove you. Come on! Get out of here! Get out!
I will
And
leave.
people like usher you away.
Oh
my god.
What is Baxter's thing with floors?
And a few people kind of come over to the lip of the fountain here to help you out, sort of.
Can I, before people have come over, just sneak the one can into my robe?
As you're
pull out
floating
big
in the
one?
water, you're sort of spiraling.
Yeah, I can't swim. Help me! And I'm
She can't swim.
great.
This guy jumps up and over to help.
Oh my gosh! Oh yay! Oh,
And are you just letting the other can go, or are you like keeping
No,
it in
I
your
want
coat?
to hide it.
Okay,
yeah.
so you're gonna
Preferably
keep
away
it
from the
tight.
good can.
Yeah, and you keep the new
Yeah.
can out.
Golly.
And he helps you kind of over to the edge here.
Yeah.
And then these people also help you kind of grab onto
Ah.
the edge.
Oh, thank you all, such kind civilians. Thank you. I'm afraid I accidentally, in my falling, I took off one of these cans.
I'll
If
put
you
it
could-
back up for you.
Thank you.
Someone help me.
Wow. Well
A
done.
couple people kind of move over to reattach the can there.
See, supervisors. Supervisors always know what to do.
I'll back over the rope. So a little bit of a scene made, but people none the wiser there. So the two of you kind of, actually, Baxter is kind of
Yeah, if I could have
shunned
gone further away.
from the fountain area. All right, we're gonna pivot back over to Annabelle here.
Well done. That was good.
So other ones in your vicinity are this one with the banner over here, like hanging from this banner. And then, oh yeah, there's one like at the crest of this. It's not on the roof. It's like on this smaller roof here.
Okay,
Yeah, like
I
right there.
will
There we go.
do that one, and then I think I'll have to go and find the rest of them because I'll be all out of cans.
Great. You sort of find your way back. You rejoin the crowd like nothing happened. People kind of looking as you go by. Enjoying the festival?
Oh, absolutely.
What color are you hoping to get?
Oh, purple.
Why? Why purple?
I just like it.
Oh, that's great. I hope I get red.
Oh, I like red too. Yeah, and when she turns her back, she's like,
That's amazing.
So you slowly work your way over here. There are some people in the general vicinity, but you look up and you see that lantern kind of hanging there.
What is this big building?
This building here.
Yeah.
This is kind of an extension of the graveyard. It's like a little storage shed for like a mortuary. It's not a mortuary, but it houses like there's old tombstones or ones without engravings on them leaning up against the walls. and
okay,
stuff.
I was gonna try to look prayerful and like go in, but
It's not like a house of worship. Yeah.
Got it.
There's nobody in it as far as you can see. It's an empty sort of storage shed at the moment.
okay. There's all these people out there. I guess I'm just gonna see if I can just make a little swap.
Okay.
Like I'm looking up at it and sort of being like, that's so interesting, and then like reach up to touch it and
Okay.
see if
You
I
trying
can
to just do like a quick swap,
Yeah,
kind of?
exactly.
Give me a sleight of
Whoa.
hand check, yeah.
Come on, Bert. That is a 16.
16.
Nice.
You just kind of look around. You put the other one, and so you take it out of like the little sort of, it's not a cradle, but like almost like a little mesh cradle that it's kind of in. You take that one out and you go to put the other one out, and as you do, it kind of, there's just a little clunk clunk sound of the tins knocking against, and this guy turns around. Sort of, oh, I don't think we're supposed to light those yet.
Oh, sorry, I was just looking at them.
That's for after the sun goes down.
Right, I forgot.
First time?
Yeah, I just got here.
Welcome to Sagas.
Thanks.
Oh, ever so nice.
yes.
Except for to me.
That one is swapped. And sort of with this fence kind of right next to you, you have the old can. You kind of
Yeah, chuck it.
into the bushes there.
Chuck it into the bush. Okay, and then I'm gonna go find Suggs and Baxter.
Okay. We'll say you kind of wander back into the main square. You can look off to your right and see that
Mr.
there's
Busk,
one over there.
you.
No one.
Baxter, you work your way back into the square. You look
Yeah.
up to your left. You see that one at the tree has not been swapped yet, but you also do see Annabel sort of with her hat kind of in the crowd because you know to look for her if you wish to go join her there.
Yeah, if I see Annabelle looking at me, I'm gonna look off in the distance from where we started and like, oh, okay. And then I'll walk to Annabelle. Just I want to clock something.
And are you hoping to join them as well?
Yeah.
What do I have you? There we go. A little bit of time spent kind of moving through the crowded searching. And you guys are meeting in the open, so you don't want to talk too loud, but also people are talking everywhere. It's not weird for
Right.
3 people to be having a conversation together.
You look
I
a
got-
little lost, Annabelle.
No, I got 3. How y'all doing?
Oh, we got 2. Nice.
Oh,
Oh, the 2 of you
we-
got
well,
2?
I
yeah, well,
I
3.
got one, and then we
Well,
worked
no,
together for another one.
We both
So
were
I've
working
gotten
and
2
we got
and she's
3
gotten
one
one.
Give
time.
me another one then.
Hawk mentioned I saw him. He said it's my turn to do a little supervising, like to the memo he sent. So
Hawk said you were the
he
supervisor.
just locked eyes with me and he pointed at me. So I assume that means that it's supervising time, like for you. So where do you guys want to go?
That's literally the job of the supervisor. You have to decide.
Well, this one over yonder east,
Which one?
or north.
There's the tree one to the south,
And
and
then
then the little
Well, there's only two left.
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go.
and I actually loosened up one of them for you.
All
I
right.
think those are the only 2 left.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking here, if it's all right with you guys, is
You have trouble with that tree over there? You were up there. Why didn't you just switch
Well,
it out?
because I got such little gams.
I understand.
Yeah.
and as I was saying, the north one in the graveyard, we can just all go at the same time, and then we'll change it.
Great. Okay, if you really want to do that, then fine.
That
Okay.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Really?
No, Baxter, I gotta say, you're really growing into the supervisor thing. You're really doing a good job.
You think
Sure.
so?
Not really.
Okay, let's go.
Where?
Annabelle is like, okay. And she's gonna just humor them because, you know, part of the Thieves Guild is just getting along.
Just humoring people.
So, yeah, we can go all together over to that.
To the overhang one?
Yeah.
Just work your way kind of through. We'll say you kind of walk through town, you come over here. So There's a number of people over here, but you're all here.
Annabelle, here, you take this one here. I'll pass one over. Well, let's do the same. I'm gonna push you again. We'll do the same thing. It worked really well last time.
why don't I try to? How high up is it? Can I?
You could. It's
It's like right in the center of.
yeah. It's like right in the center. It's like a little jump, and you could reach it. It's not quite like reachable from with your feet on the ground.
I might try to mage hand it.
Okay.
I might use the little magic for it if you guys do make enough of a distraction. I'll just switch it up.
What?
Come on.
I'm gonna shove her
Okay.
and make a scene.
All right.
Okay,
Great.
just like we just did.
Okay.
Okay, but do
Yeah.
it like away from the gate so that people ain't looking right at the gate.
Right over here.
We'll go a little bit more south, I guess.
Okay. Just a little
By
bit
that group
further.
of people there.
You're taking anything with you?
Don't take it.
Like this way, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
And then I'll look at Annabelle over my shoulder.
Annabelle's
All right.
kind of tucked herself
Look.
just over here.
Your mother was the one that came on to me.
Let's get a mage hand as soon as that
Great.
happens.
Give me a deception check, both of you.
Great.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. 21.
13.
Okay, a little bit of a commotion here, and again, you hear one person like, "That's the same guy that was over by the well." Like, some
How did
people
you get
start
over
going.
there so fast?
Number of people, and it's making a little bit of a scene. People are kind of grabbing at your clothes, trying to separate the two of you as you sort of.
Not a big deal.
Great, and it looks like also the commotion has drawn the attention of one of the nearby guards. Who's sort of slowly, he was over here. He's slowly
Annabelle thinks to
working his way-
herself, too big of a commotion.
So he's sort of heading there as that commotion's happening, and Annabelle, give me a sleight of hand check.
Come on, Annabelle.
Let's go.
Ooh. That is 13.
13. Okay. As you go out, you grab the old one, the candle. You bring it back. Quick look around. You see the commotion's still going on. Replace. Put it back out, and it starts to swing a little bit. And just as that, you weren't able to see him around the corner, but this guy's kind of coming down, and he sees the lantern sort of drop into place. What the fuck was that?
I'm gonna drop down to behind the bush. Like,
Great.
drop, like, flat.
Give me a stealth check.
Let's go.
Oh no.
13.
13. You drop down and you kind of crawl a little bit away just so not to be seen. He sort of touches it to make sure that it's really there. And he looks over to where the commotion's happening with you guys, and there's a guard approaching. And he looks off into the bushes there. Hey, guard! Excuse me! And the guard looks in that direction, takes a couple steps.
God, help me. You gotta help me here.
Look, it's not a big deal.
Give me performance checks, both of you.
Oh boy.
Come on, buddy.
Oh no.
3.
That's a 6.
6. The guard
Oh my
continues
God.
on. Right there in the bushes, and he points at you. What do you do?
I knew Annabelle would fail.
I'm gonna, hop up and say, I'm gonna hop up and say, I'm sorry, I lost a ring back here.
She was tampering. Get her. She was tampering.
I was absolutely not.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
And the guard is kind of taking steps towards you.
Disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is 9.
9. Roll initiative for me. And now it's escape or what else time, but we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
Here.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
That's
Yeah.
an 18.
18.
Oh god.
It's gonna be 6.
15. Okay, so here we go.
10 for the guard there.
All right, 18 was
I'm
Annabelle,
not gonna roll
right?
for the other
18,
people. They're not
yeah.
gonna chase after someone like that.
15 was Suggs. 10 was the guard,
10. Yep.
and then 4,
6.
6.
Yeah.
So you can see him with his kind of spear in hand coming towards. I need you to come with me, and he's gonna motion towards you there, and then.
I'm gonna run.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
I'd like to run to wherever the closest alleyway is.
Okay. You want to head like toward the houses, kind of.
No, I think isn't there like a back part on the other side of the
Like over here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
there
want
is.
like to
Yep.
run back there.
Okay.
So I'd like to hop over this little fence.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Nice.
Acrobatics is a 10.
10. It's not that difficult. You get up and over. You sort of skip step a little bit. I'm going to say this here, even though it was a little less, is 30 feet of movement. So you can dash after that. It just took you a little bit of a kind of partial climb to get up over the wall there.
I'm gonna go the rest of my 5 feet of movement, and then I'm gonna dash 35 feet.
Great. And then you dash.
Wow.
Nice, nice, nice.
Right. And he had like just gone to reach down and you sort of slipped out. Oh, shit. And now he's kind of on the run there. You can see him turning to head toward the staircase. Anything else? Bonus actions or anything? Anything else?
Are there any bonus actions? I don't think so. I would like to just, as a bonus action, like have the drow poison pulled out.
Okay,
and
yes.
ready.
You can sort of, you can have it procured in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Me.
Okay.
So, quick question. The guard is very much just focused on her, right?
Yeah, currently,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I take an action and a dash? I'm gonna move towards. Fuck. Okay, wait. Sorry. Can you zoom up a little bit?
Yeah.
And go a little bit toward where Annabel was running.
Yep.
Okay. Is there a? Oh no, because I can't. Want to use a dash action? No. Okay, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna full movement, which is 35 feet.
Okay.
Yay.
As you try to push through the crowd here, some of these people try to keep you in place as you sort of made a bit of a scene.
Okay.
Give me an athletics check to shove through these people. They're not terribly strong, they're just commoners, but...
I love
9?
that I'm a halfling and I've rolled 2s on every roll.
Oh my god.
Athletics 7.
Okay, they push, hey, stay
Let me
there.
go, let me go!
So he pushes you back. I'm gonna say it took half your movement. You can attempt again, but that took half your movement there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Give me
again.
another athletics check.
Yeah.
Go for it, shove. 12?
Athletics, 12.
12? Give me another roll. I think it goes to the status quo if I'm
Son of a
which keeps you in place. So I'm gonna say that's your movement. You can again dash to try and push through, but that was your movement there.
Yes?
Come on now, come on, don't make a scene.
Let me go, you're the one making a scene. Here I go.
Another
Oh
2.
my god.
That was a 4 for them. Like,
Oh, okay. Athletics,
oh, with the modifier?
so 7.
Oh, I thought that was your total.
No, 2
Oh,
rolls.
then that
I
gets
just
through.
can't believe I'm halfling and I'm rolling 2s.
Okay, so you've dashed.
Yes.
So what's your total movement?
35.
35. Okay.
Great.
Oh, I spilled.
You get kind of up to the staircase there.
Okay, and how much space am I taking up? Is it gonna cut off this guard's passage
He
to Annabelle?
can get past you. You can try to grab him as he goes by, but yes, he can walk past you. You're not taking up the whole thing.
Okay, I probably can't grab him though because I use my action to dash, right?
You could take an attack of opportunity with the intent to more sort of shove or trip rather than like punch or whatever.
Oh, okay, got it. Cool, yeah.
You cannot grapple him, but you could attempt to kind of shove him.
Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Is that the guard next?
Yes.
Okay, so after he sort of watches Annabelle hop over the fence, oh shit, turns around, starts to go up the staircase. That's 15 there. Give me just give me an attack roll on that to see if you can kind of bop him as he goes by.
Bop my booty out.
I rolled a 12. So
Unarmed strike.
unarmed
Yep,
strike.
yep.
Okay, 19.
19 will hit.
Wow.
Yep.
Non-lethal.
So, are you attempting to do no damage because you can't?
Sure, yeah,
Great.
yeah.
So you kind of just as you're scampering up the stairs, you hear the footsteps behind you, and you just
do a
stick your
little-
butt out. Yeah, you sort of give a little back shove. Whoa! Sort of faking a little bit of a fall there.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, it bops him against the side there. That's gonna take the rest of his movement.
Nice.
So now he's gonna dash the other 30 feet. He's like just
Okay.
out of range.
Good,
You can
good.
hear his feet behind you, and he's like reaching out with a hand, but he's more than 5 feet, so he can't like take an attack of opportunity or anything. Okay, that's his turn.
All right. So, bust Baxter.
Baxter, now surrounded by this group of people kind of closing in here.
I'm gonna look at them and say, wow, what a commotion. Am I right? Like, that was crazy.
I saw this guy over by the fountain, and he was making a scene over there.
It just follows me. Where I didn't mean any problem. I'll just walk away now.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, yeah, that was probably the better move.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, you guys.
That one.
Nope. I saw him over by the
I'll own
fountain.
up to it. I'll own up.
Wasn't a
I'm
mistake.
gonna dash through the guy.
I'm gonna say that took half movement
Yeah.
as part of that sort of talking. So give me an athletics check as they attempt to obstruct your way.
Would I be able to
13.
until acrobatics to do that?
So what was the? Yeah, give me an acrobatics instead if you want to try and sort of.
That's gonna be 23.
23, definitely. Okay. So you have half your movement left and then still an action. So where do you want to go? You heading in that same direction?
I'm gonna head. Can you pan out a little bit for me?
Yeah,
You see
like
that?
Annabelle's over there.
There's a gate to where they're leading to up there.
Yeah, there's like a little gate there. I think Annabelle, you don't know this for sure, but Annabelle looks like she's headed for this kind of back street here.
Okay. Yeah. I'll head up straight towards everyone else.
Right. Are you 30 feet of movement?
I am 30 feet. Yeah.
So there's the 15,
and
yep,
I'll
and
dash
then
to do another
you want to dash as well?
Yeah.
Great. So you kind of get just up to the foot of the stairs here. And I believe also you have cunning action as a sidekick expert?
I do have
Nice.
You can also bonus action dash very quick.
Bonus action dash.
Right, you may do so. Another 30 feet. Right?
Brilliant.
Sort of a weird kind of line here. Annabelle, the guard, Baxter.
Guard, they're coming for me.
Okay. All right, that's
All right,
it.
top
Back to the
line,
top.
Annabelle.
Annabelle, you look over your shoulder, you see the guard in hot pursuit.
Okay, I'm going to run. I'm
Okay.
gonna just run as fast as I can. 35 feet, and then I'm gonna dash again.
And would you like to go straight down there? Do you want to go into the
I
graveyard?
would like to go straight down,
Great.
like to get as far away from anybody
I think that'll get
prying
you
eyes.
just to the top of the stairs there. Great. Yeah.
Speedy.
Okay.
And yes, I think that
And you've got that drow poison in your hand as you
Yep.
sort of willing yourself not to have to use it, but you have it there just in case in your hand.
Yep.
Okay. That takes us to
Me?
yes.
All right.
I believe.
I'm gonna run up to the guard.
Okay.
So 35 feet.
Yep,
if
you
I
can
need
get there,
it.
and 25 gets you there.
And I've got the drow poison, and I'm gonna smash it on him. That's how you do it, right?
Give me.
Just right there in the open.
Yes, it's injury based, which means like the glass could just give him a cut. And yes, if you'd like to do that, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, give me an attack roll as an unarmed strike, basically.
Oh, okay. This one has been not doing so bad. So I have the attacker martial roll thing. Is that already?
That's built in.
Okay,
The
great.
+2 to attacks. Yeah,
Great.
that's built in.
So you said unarmed strike?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 25.
That will definitely hit.
Yes.
Smashes. Oh fuck! What the? He feels the kind of burning on his skin. Oh fuck! And he tries to wipe it away. And what did we say it was? Constitution
Con 13.
Right.
Shh. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Natural 20. So he feels. Wipes it off very, very quickly. I'll deal with you soon. And he kind of gives like a loud whistle. That
Oh, fuck.
And he starts like, he looks like he's still gonna run after Annabelle.
Okay,
but,
it does say the sidekick can attack twice.
yes,
Can I?
you have 3 of them. Yeah, you can.
Just let me climb the fucking tree, and I hit him again with it.
Gets hit by it, pushes you, turns back away.
Great. So that's an 18.
That will hit.
Go ahead
Yep.
and make your con save.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That is a 11.
You failed.
So he's gonna fail there.
Sleep. Sleep, silly one.
Okay.
to
With
the ground.
whatever limited movement I had left, can I drag him into a bush?
Sure. So he's down. So you have 10 left. Oh, and you don't have it takes basically difficult terrain to drag.
When I use the dash action, extra movement. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's also not difficult terrain. It
Yeah,
takes
okay.
2 feet of movement for every one.
I see.
So you have
Okay.
10, so you can move 5, which
Yeah.
sort of just starts to get him into that bush
You
there.
see your little feet just trying to push it into the bush.
And this guy who's been kind of enjoying the sights from up here looks like he's about to turn.
Baxter, give me a
You
hand.
heard the whistling.
He's too heavy.
I'll go run.
He's
The guard is
unconscious, so that
next.
takes
Okay.
us to Baxter.
I'm gonna.
Like a fucking
yeah.
Pixar character.
I'll
just
run
like,
over and try to get him in the bush.
Yeah.
Get him.
Oh my god.
Got
There
a
you
taste for draw poison now, Baxter.
And as the two of you do so, this guy has turned over, hearing some of the commotion.
Wow, the architecture here is beautiful.
Just
wow.
look at these shrubberies.
Give me deception checks.
Oh,
both of you.
come on! Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh! 15!
12.
Yeah. All right.
Saugus is beautiful.
Turn back to it.
So stupid.
You go catch up to Annabelle. I'm gonna see if any guards come from that whistle and point them somewhere else.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah.
We'll come out of
Excellent.
initiative here for a moment.
Okay.
So as the guard, you sort of shove him into the bush there, and as you, no, was Baxter heading to look for, see who might be coming?
Yeah,
And
I'll
then
wait.
Suggs,
I'll
were
wait
you
where
going
that
to kind
whistle
of
came from.
see where
yeah.
Annabelle was headed? Where were you headed, Suggs?
I was gonna follow Annabelle.
Okay, great. You sort of head in that direction. So Annabelle has gone down the stairs and kind of ducked into a spot back here. Suggs, you actually don't see her when you get to the top of the stairs there. You see kind of an empty alleyway there.
She's gonna like give a little whistle.
Sure.
Oh.
Two of you there. Give me a perception check
'Kay.
as you head out and just give a look toward the square.
That's gonna be a 6.
6. So you do notice one guard because they're very close, sort of coming around, having heard the whistle. He might have been kind of down in that direction. And then the whistle was loud, but the square is extremely loud. There's people cheering, laughing, singing along, and the guards that are further than this one here do not seem to have immediately heard that. But you do see one sort of using his spear as kind of a walking stick.
I'll wave him over here, sir. I
Was that you that whistled?
no, it was a guardsman.
Where'd it come from?
Just over here, and I'll show you where they point. He ran after someone.
All right, show me.
All right.
And I'm gonna point toward the hard east, or like northeast, where that other path goes behind
Sort
it.
of like this direction, kind of?
Like the one between the guy at the grave and where they ran, like that diagonal. Does that lead anywhere?
Like over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Toward that. Yeah, and they jumped over that fence on the far side, over there.
Show me.
Yeah. Let's go.
Through the graveyard here and up to the fence there.
Somewhere. Oh my God. Did you see? They went over there somewhere.
You said they jumped a fence?
They jumped over this one. I saw it clear as day.
All right, shit. Which direction they going from here?
Down
toward the landing there?
I assume that's the only place I can see it goes.
Give me a deception check.
Ooh, still using that die. Yeah, that's
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be 13.
13. Takes off his shield, sort of plunks it down. He's like a little overweight, a little out of shape.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor guy. City
And then he-
watch.
Drops down on the other side. And you can see him, he's like moving around, he's trying to like look for footsteps and stuff. And he slowly...
I'll
kind of
take
moves
the
back.
shield he dropped and head back toward the town square.
Alright, we'll pivot over here to the two of you.
Hey, yeah, the supervisors had your back. We got it.
Okay,
Fucking unconscious.
we're gonna. Jeez. Okay.
It took me 2 tries, but I got it.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Let's. Can we get that one more in the tree?
You want to try to keep doing them?
We only got one more.
We got 2 more. What,
We
one
only
more?
got one more.
I think it's just the one on the tree, yeah.
I've lost track. We've done so many.
Yeah, I think it's just the one on the tree.
I done so many. Yeah.
It's a team effort here.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
want to try to do the last one?
I really do.
All right,
You
kid.
think it's a bad idea?
The supervisors approve.
You went. All right. Cool. I'm gonna hop down and go sort of the long way, I think.
Sure, like around kind
Yeah,
of
around the long
We can say there's like a walkway
way.
over here.
Yeah,
it comes
I
out
wanna,
back
like-
over like here where you guys kind of started on.
As
Yeah.
we're walking, Suggs is like, so I've already used his girlfriend and his mother. What other person am I going to have
I
him push
think
me
we,
for?
we shouldn't
Yeah.
really have a distraction kind of thing. I think we ought to just be sneaky.
Yeah, but what if we fuck up? What if something happens and we get the attention of people? I gotta have sex with somebody.
I think maybe just, his sister.
Oh, his sister! Oh, that's dirty. Yeah, all right, it'll be his sister this time.
Is that dirtier than his mom?
I don't know, I'll have to try it.
So you guys are walking through the square here. So as you kind of look, you can see the same thing. Like you can try to climb the tree itself. You can try to get up on the rooftop first. There's kind of a couple options there.
How are people still focused on this tree? Are there
No, not the in particular. Seeing that it's no longer kind of shaking and shimmying, people have dispersed a little bit there. I mean, there's still a lot of people in the vicinity,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
not right there.
For sure. I think I will try to climb the tree real quiet-like, and I'm just gonna tell my good buddy Suggs.
I've lost you in the tree.
Oh
Oh my God, she's gone.
Oh no.
Oh,
she is
geez.
well and truly
Yes,
hidden.
she is.
Just
I think
create
it really
another
is.
one.
No, I think it really is. Foliage here.
She really is gone.
Yeah, she's out.
In there. I see a hand, maybe?
Yep. We're getting there.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
there she is.
God, there's a lot of foliage.
Oh, wow. That's a
Look
lot.
at the detail on this
These
map.
bushes. They really are nice bushes.
All right, maybe.
It's not a hand. I don't know what that is.
No, that is her. There we go. There, it's her.
Hey.
There we go.
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, try not to make yourself obvious at all. You've already gotten caught by the guards a couple times, okay?
So no sister.
Only if you really, really have to, okay?
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
Okay. I'm gonna
Give me a
try
stealth check.
to scurry up that tree. Ooh, 17 plus 6.
Very nice. 23.
23.
So as you move up the tree here, there's a lot of sort of leaf coverage, and as you're looking up at the tree, you sort of roll your eyes because you've been there and tried it, but you look and like the tree's barely kind of moving as she ascends up the branches.
She's got a few inches on me.
So you pop your head out
that's
here at
true.
the top.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to just, seeing that it's already done, not try to complicate this at all, just swap it out.
Put it out there. That one's finished.
And look over Sagas and just sort of look down, and she's gonna take both of her middle fingers right to the church and just go. And then scurry down.
You scurry back down. And a little bit of time kind of passes as you wait for the sun to set here in Sagas. People come and go. You find a little vantage point that's not quite in the main square, but also not too far away. You watch the people get the colors smeared across their forehead, celebrating, people throwing things into the fountain. You just wait. Take in the square. Slowly, the sun begins to set behind the church there. Gets a little darker in the square. Some people start to go home or to taverns and things, but then some people are also, most of the people like around the fountain and stuff get closer and closer to the church. And you know that from sort of the knowledge of the festival and things, that these candles are going to be lit here to sort of make a little display here as the sun goes down. And as you're watching and waiting, once again you feel a little tap on your shoulder. How's about we find somewhere to enjoy the view? Come on.
Let's do it.
You follow Hawk, and he goes around to kind of one of those little back alley areas, and there's like a little, brushing some vines away and stuff, there's a little ladder that goes up to one of the roofs. It's clearly there on purpose. It's not like a loose ladder. It's there as a sort of maintenance or for building. Takes you up to the top. You find yourself here at the crest of one of the rooftops. You look off toward the church. I've got... He reaches into his coat. He takes out another tin, just like the other ones. I've got one more tin here. I'd like you to take a look at what's inside.
All right.
And as you open it up, you look inside and you expect to see some kind of black sludge or paint or some kind of substance. And it's not. It's much less viscous than you expected. You know, paint doesn't quite slosh. It's liquidier, it's very thin, and you dip a finger into it, and it's extremely kind of oily on your finger, and it kind of runs down your hand to your palm. Those tins that you put up around, they don't contain no paint.
They contain oil. It's not for making a mess. It's for starting a fire.
Hawk. People are gonna get hurt.
With a trusty slingshot of mine, I plan to set them off before anybody goes to touch them. Somebody might get hurt. I don't think anybody's gonna get killed. And we will send a message. Or I could put this slingshot of mine away. They go to light it. Notice that it's oil. They call the whole thing off. Is that what you think I should do?
We should light these fuckers up.
Reaches into his coat. There's a little sort of slingshot that has a nice engraved handle. It's clearly like his personal possession, not just something he picked up at a random store or something. He stretches it a little bit. You hear the band kind of just testing the tension of it. And the two of you kind of sit and wait. You watch the priest at the stairs sort of raise his arms. A couple people cheer and laugh. He looks like he's giving a little bit of a speech, a little bit of a ceremony. And then he motions to a few of the lights, the one kind of up at the church roof. He motions to a couple of the other tins that are around. Hawk leans back. And a little stone goes flying across the street there. And that one that's hanging on the top sort of spire of the roof, you hear like a ting! And a little bit of the dent in the can catches a little bit of air, which ignites the alchemist's fire. And the light in your eyes sort of flashes as you watch the first one go off, and you hear a wave of sort of screams and shouts. And as you look over, you see that Hawk's winding up another shot, and another one, and another one. And each of these tins, one at a time, and you just sit there and you watch each of them go off. And people are screaming. You hear people shout, "Yeah, water! Water!" People are running. The church is kind of trying to get people, go up, put it out, put it out. All right, then. Looks like the show's over. Goes down to that ladder.
She's gonna wait a second.
Yeah, you sit up there alone. He doesn't sort of wait for you.
And just survey the sort of.
You listen to the little distant sounds. And it doesn't look like anyone's like on fire or anything. It's just chaos. There's a lot of people sort of yelling, screaming, people shouting. You see some people kind of coming out with barrels of water from nearby buildings that are trying to douse the flames as they spread throughout the graveyard and up the vines of the church and over by the sort of well that's over there. A couple people are like picking up flaming objects and tossing them into the well to sort of douse the flames.
She gives a little smile. And she'll stand up and go after Hawk.
As you get to the ladder, you go to grip the top rungs. Close your eyes. And when you open them, you're back in the Wren ward. Ma'am?
Yeah.
I need you to remove all your clothes and change into this here uniform.
Okay.
Anytime now.
Oh, just right out in the open.
You'll get used to the lack of privacy here at Fort Contrition.
Okay. She's gonna disrobe. She's gonna sort of turn her back a little bit, just for modesty's sake, but she's gonna attempt to like put the this is tricky. Am I still manacled?
Your hands have been released. Your feet are still manacled.
Okay, I'm gonna try to, like, when I start taking off my corset, grab it and hide it in my hand.
Okay.
Like, in a little ball.
Great.
As I see her start doing that, I'm just gonna say,
You're off a little distance. You can see that where she walked into, but they did kind of turn a corner. They're not just out in the middle of the courtyard. Like, they're in a little room where there's like outfits hanging on the walls and stuff. But if you said something, he could definitely hear you, but you're not like right next to him.
I'll
You see
call
him
out
kind
to
of-
him. Hey, officer. Question for you. I have a cleanliness thing. Are these washed often?
My God.
If it'll make you feel better, we watch them all the time.
Amazing. Because I'll tell you, I've had some bad rashes from some borrowed clothes. I don't want to
All
go.
right, hush now.
Okay.
Give me a sleight of hand with advantage there.
With advantage. Okay.
Illion's eyes are
that is a
always
17.
17. So ball it up as best you can.
Ooh.
Shed the corset there, and you go to grab. There's like a simple tunic and then some basic sort of off-white pants there. It's
I'm
a
gonna
two-piece.
put the pants on first.
Great.
And so I can stick it in the waistband and then put the tunic
Your feet are still cuffed, so you sort of do it half by half, top and then bottom. So your feet are still manacled, but you can grab the pants and under the guise of like holding it under your arm, you can like stuff it in there and then sort of keep it, and then sort of throw the shirt on. Kind of want. Hurry up now, ain't got all day.
I guess that's me.
Oh, is he?
One at a time, one at a time.
He's talking to her.
Oh.
I need my feet.
You done with the top?
Yeah. And I just have sort of it
Yeah,
under my
you have it
arm.
like pinched
Yeah,
there.
and then I
He
put
comes
this-
over, bolts the hands back to and then goes down, takes the bolt off of the feet there.
Okay. So wiggle out of her skirt and sort of pull the tunic on and stick the thing in my waistband. And then, let it sort of...
All right, come on.
All right.
Next.
Go on, Elle.
All right.
I can't believe that fucking worked.
Nice job, dude.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Well done, everyone. That was a fun flashback because she could have done anything she wanted. I was like, we'll just let it inform the future.
And she
Wow.
lit it
Oh,
up.
she did.
Sagas Gubber.
He's got
A
burned.
little bit of a fire in the church district there. Great job, guys. This was
Oh my
So
gosh.
fun.
Holy
So
smokes.
fun. I love the
That
flashback.
great.
Watch, that blueprint is gonna be for the fucking...
Oh, I know.
She unrolls it and it's like mess hall.
Yeah.
Mess hall renovation plan.
Yeah, it's
Her.
the fucking warden's like summer home.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love that.
Awesome. We mentioned we might be ending a little early tonight. Thank you so much for joining us as always. We've taken the first steps in towards. You guys got to see the ward itself. Some terrific maps here that we will credit, of course. Thanks to,
Absolutely.
thanks to Aeleef, who did the church district there, and then to who's the other one? A Lemurian settler who did
The prison?
The prison, yeah.
Yeah,
Really
the
cool. We'll take a look at the
bulk
inside of that too once we
Whoa.
get to that portion of it.
Inside, even better.
That was very cool.
And next week we will have TC Welker back, and we will see what he's been up to. He's been speaking with Gideon about what it means to take on the
you've
role
been
of the
blocked?
guard.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Wow,
about that.
upstaged by a whiskey bottle.
I'm gonna keep on dancing.
All right, let me see if I have anybody to shout out here really quickly. Oh, Sir Hancock. Sir Hancock resubscribed. Thank you so very much. It's very, very kind.
We will be back
sorry.
next week at the same time as always. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back to our regular lengthy programming as usual. And we're also looking to, we've said this before, but we may have some guests pop in. We have some ideas about, we mentioned this back when I thought Alex might be a guest of the prison, but we may have some other guests of the prison. So we'll see who might be populating Fort Contrition here.
Great job, guys.
Oh, good job, man. That was
You guys got
that
through.
was
I thought for
fun.
sure. I even prepped you with Hawk. I was like, someone's gonna get arrested or something. Someone's gonna fuck up badly enough to.
No, I just kept slamming drow poisons
Yep, just
on
kept
people.
smashing.
Fucking bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy over there was like, dun dun dun.
I love it. That was awesome.
Wow.
That was so fun.
All right, everybody. We love you. Have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.